her clicks and all of the things associated with social media, raising money for herself, than she is, in terms of advocating for the agenda of the House Republicans, the Speaker of the House. She's still mad over the fact that the House Speaker put that bill to provide additional funding for Ukraine on the House floor. But most members, they don't win every vote, and they get over it. They don't work to oust the Speaker if they don't get their way.
Let me switch to President Biden is now talking about pausing arms delivery to Israel. We're not agreeing with every move Netanyahu makes. So we're going to possibly not send them the bombs that they need. What are your thoughts here?
Well, certainly you got a lot of pushback from Republicans like Speaker Johnson, like national security hawk like Lindsey Graham, saying this is no way to treat our most trusted and loyal ally in the Middle East, the state of Israel, which has been dealing with quite a bit over the course of the last few months. This attack from Iran, Hezbollah, of course, Hamas, and now you're denying them a shipment of weaponry that the Congress voted to convey to Israel. So not a lot of pleased people for those who are strong supporters of Israel. But what President Biden said in his remarks in an interview that he did with CNN is that as long as Israel continues with contemplating going into Rafah in southern Gaza, we are not going to provide these munitions to him, which includes 2,000-pound bombs. That is something that I'm sure he's conveyed to Prime Minister Netanyahu privately before saying that publicly on CNN.
John Decker, as always, thank you. I'm up against a hard break, and have a wonderful week. We'll speak again next week.
Thank you so much, Bill. You too. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Thanks so much. That was, of course, John Decker from yesterday morning with a crazy, crazy week. I just came to the conclusion that our and he sent down the feed. I'll play it a little later on, but I just came to the conclusion that our meteorologist is Mike Johnson, who is Speaker of the weather.
Notice that.
I am your speaker of the weather forecast.
I did notice that. Marjorie Taylor Greene
she's tried to oust him.
She called the station and wrote a letter.
She wanted him gone, and here he is.
He sucks.
But what a week nationally! What a week for local news here. It has been a week and a half. It really has. Now,
yes.
Yesterday turned out to be a rather decent, somehow kind of an okay day. A little cooler, but we did get some sun. I mean, is this how we're going to live? Today, by afternoon, it looks like things will settle a bit, and the rain we're getting right now will dissipate, and we might actually have some just clouds this afternoon. Tomorrow looks cloudy through the day. Overcast on Sunday afternoon. So despite the rain in the forecast, and we're certainly going to get some rain, it does look like maybe we'll be able to salvage just a little bit out of this weekend forecast.
Lord, I hope
despite all the, Mike Johnson was putting all of his efforts into staying weather speaker. Speaker of the weather department. So I'm not sure how much effort he put into the forecast.
A lot of people here have been pulling for him, even some of the Democrats.
They have been, even some of the Democrats. All right, a story of the day. I can't believe in Brooklyn, a cruise ship came in, and it had a whale on the bow of the ship, a dead whale.
Really?
A rather
How did it get up there?
Large 44-foot dead whale across the bow of the ship.
Oh my God!
So we immediately notified. They're saying the relevant authorities are now conducting an examination of the whale. The dead whale was relocated to Sandy Hook, New Jersey, where it will go through an autopsy. And they're going to try to determine so apparently the whale became was struck by the ship, and they're going to try to determine, did the whale die before, or did the cruise ship kill the whale?
I still don't understand how it would have gotten up there.
Andrew, I do not have the answer for you.
So when you're saying it was on the bow, it was not on the upper deck of the front of the ship. It was
all it says here, and I couldn't find a photo of it. But it ended up on the bow of the ship, which docked in Brooklyn. So I don't know.
So it could have been.
But it's a crazy.
You know how?
Can you imagine seeing this coming in?
It's crazy.
And can you imagine if it was at the beginning of the cruise? Man, that would have smelled.
Can you imagine if you were the whale? I mean,
can you imagine if you were the whale?
No, now the way those cruise ship bows look from under the water when it docks, there's almost a curve to a lot of them in the front. So it may be that it was,
I guess,
kind of hit and jammed in there.
I guess anything is possible, but that's what happened. Let's see what else in the news here today. This is kind of interesting. I do think we're taking a trip backwards. And I know there'll be a lot of people that say I'm so glad. Good for them. But I am of the belief that if you lose the war, your war heroes don't get to be erected as statues, etc. But in Virginia, a school board has voted to restore the names of Confederate leaders to schools. Why? I just don't get it. The school board in Shenandoah County, I should say, Virginia, early Friday approved a proposal that would restore the names of Confederate military leaders to 2 public schools. The measure, which passed, believe it or not, passed 5-1. Reverses a previous board's decision back in 2020 to change the names of the schools that have been linked to Stonewall Jackson, Robert E. Lee, and Turner Ashby, 3 men who led the pro-slavery southern states during the Civil War. Well, the Civil War wasn't really about slavery. Okay. Okay. I don't really think you're correct. It's about state rights is what it's about. It's not about slavery. It wasn't about slavery. It was about our state's right to have slavery. So, damn it, it's not about that. Stop it. The Shenandoah County, the conservative group Coalition for Better Schools, I think they just made the move, petitioned school officials to reinstate the names of Jackson, Lee, and Ashby. We believe that revisiting this decision is essential to honor our community's heritage and respect the wishes of the majority. We cannot erase history. Nobody's saying you should erase history. But to honor those who stood up and fought against the nation is a problem.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You lost the God-blank war. Now shut up and go back to your wherever you are. Anyway, they voted it's going to happen. I don't know that this will get any reaction from the state, but they're bringing the statues back. I think the big talk back then was put them in museums. Put them in. Don't erase it. Nobody's saying it should be erased, but you don't honor the losers.
Right.
You just don't. Yeah. Listen, it's as simple as you don't have a ticker tape parade for the Mets when they lose. If the team that loses the World Series or loses the Super Bowl, you don't. You're still, hey, great season, nice job.
They don't put the World Series banner up in the stadium the following year.
They don't, because they didn't win. But this is obviously far more serious than that. I'll tell you the other part of this is, I'm sorry, but I just, these people were fighting for the right, for Virginia to have the right to continue to own slaves. And what does that say to the black students who go to school in that school district?
It's not a good look.
I don't think it is. You want to add something to that?
No, I just wanted to let you know that our man Kevin sent me a photo of the whale, and it's as I suspected. It's in that bottom part of the bow that
it is, yeah. So people really couldn't see it.
Curve.
Yeah. I wonder if they knew, if they must have known it was there. I'll bet they have cameras all the way around where they can see everything down there. Yeah, I'll bet they do. On today's program, Willie is not on this morning. He is on assignment. He's actually erecting a couple of new statues in Virginia. I don't know what it's about, but that's what I'm told.
It's a Harvey Weinstein statue, I think.
Ryan Schmelz will be on in a bit. Andy Weimer, owner of Ridgewood Food Market. This is a biggie. So there was a fire there, and apparently there's a cell dead spot.
Oh, it's right where Ridgewood Market is.
A cellular dead spot. No one could call 911 when the fire was underway. Nobody could call 911 because of the difficulties in getting a call out.
That section of Oneida Street, probably from Ballantine Bray, or right where the Calvary Cemetery entrance is, to about Arlington or Higbee, is
nothing.
A terrible dead
Is
zone.
it just Verizon? Does AT&T have coverage there?
I don't know that it's anybody.
Yeah. Anyway, they're livid, and here's why. And we'll speak with Andy Weimer. They're livid over there. And believe me, Paul Buckley was livid as well, because apparently a year ago, or maybe it was 2 years ago, Schumer was over there, and he made a big proclamation. The U.S. Senator said, we are going to correct this problem.
We're going to get you cell phone
service. We're going to
service.
get you the cell phone service you deserve. This will no longer be a dead zone. And now there's been a fire, and they were unable to call 911. So that's interesting. We'll speak with him. Also, I'm going to bring you something that is, to me, I think Apple TV already does it or is trying to do it, but they say this service does it and does it really well. Imagine if you had one app on your TV that brought. Are you already yawning? What in the hell?
No,
is
it was
going
not
on?
you. It's not you or this story.
I saw it. I mean, it's a little early to be yawning. Imagine if there was one app. Now they are proclaiming this thing is something special, and we're going to have the creator, the person who created this. I believe there are already a couple 100,000 people that have this app. Imagine if you had one app that brought all of your streaming services and commercial TV, whatever, brought everything together into one app. Now, that is what Apple TV already does, I think.
So
but it
you'd
doesn't.
just be
But
able to
we
go to
don't.
the program?
But we don't use it. So you instead of opening up Netflix and then switching over to Hulu and then switching over to Paramount, and, oh, wait a minute, let's go to Disney Plus.
Yeah, but we got to see Max.
They would all be in one app. It's called the Gatsby app.
Gatsby.
And the person who created it, his last name is Gatsby.
Okay.
And we'll speak with him in the 8 o'clock hour. And
that's
I
pretty
don't know,
awesome.
maybe he'll offer us some deal where if you get the app now, you can get it at a discounted price or something.
We'll see.
I don't know.
We'll see.
And a bunch of other stuff that we will get to here today. Speaking of streaming services, I think this is kind of interesting. Netflix. I didn't realize what this show was. Have you seen this new show on Netflix?
Oh, gosh. Which one
and
now?
it is it's not what you're worried about. It's not Baby Reindeer. This new show on Netflix is a nighttime talk show.
Oh, like a Tonight Show or something?
I believe that's what it is. And, of course, I'm not able to. For some reason, my news app has just quit on me. But so apparently, and do you remember maybe 10 or 15 years ago, maybe it was 10 years ago, they tried to do one of these talk shows on Netflix, and they were bringing in person after person, host after host that was coming in, and it just after like 5 or 6 episodes, it completely failed. This, they say, is not that. It's called, and by the way, the hosts that were trying back in 2016 and through 18, Chelsea Handler would come in, Joel McHale, Norm MacDonald, who's passed away since then, and they tried to make this talk show / variety show work, and it didn't. But this one is called Everybody's in L.A., starring John Mulaney and Richard Kind. And it originates live from a studio in Los Angeles. They've already done 4 episodes, and they're getting high scores.
Wow! So it's live on Netflix, and then it's
you can stream it. Then you can stream it. I was wondering they're promoting the daylights out of this program. I was wondering what it was, but apparently it's like a Tonight Show. You know, I like Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon, I think, is funny. I just think he goes too far. And I know a lot of maybe younger demo likes Jimmy Fallon, but I just don't know. I think it's Johnny Carson David Letterman.
I loved Conan.
I like Conan too. I just feel like this is oftentimes so juvenile.
Did you see Conan's new show?
I didn't. No.
On Max?
Jerry Seinfeld is apologizing to Howard Stern. Apparently, he went on, I guess Dana Carvey and somebody else does, with David Spade, does a podcast. It's very, very popular. And Seinfeld went on there and said, listen, you guys and some other podcast artists out there, hosts, have actually taken over for Stern. You're more powerful than Stern today. Stern has lost his oomph. And as someone who used to listen to that, I don't think he's wrong.
No, he's not.
However, he's apologized. He apologized for saying it.
Come on, Jerry.
I shouldn't have said it. Here's the other thing on that roast the other night, which you can also see on Netflix. Apparently, the Jeff Ross joke about Robert Kraft. And remember Tom Brady came up and said, swore at him and like, don't, not another word out of your mouth about this. And the reason that happened is because there was an agreement before the roast that no one would go there. But Jeff Ross did. You know why? Because you gotta. And he did.
Yeah, he's got
So he did. I also think this is crazy. It sounds like something we would come up with here in the studio. And everybody would say, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And we would be like, yeah, but what if?
What if we did it?
What if we did it?
We're going to do it anyway.
I think we should do it. And it is listen to this. Tell me if you don't think this is something we would come up with. The world's largest vacuum to suck climate pollution out of the air. Why don't they make this huge vacuum that just sucks the air? You have them in your house, the air purifiers, but this would be a giant air purifier.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
why don't we do that?
Why haven't we thought of that before?
And then everybody would call in and say, you guys are idiots. What are you talking about? Well, guess what? There is one now. There is one.
Where is it? Where is it? That's what I want to know.
Largest plant designed
Bring it to China.
The world's largest plant designed to suck planet heating pollution out of the atmosphere like a giant vacuum began operating in Iceland. I would expect it to operate there. Began operating in Iceland on Wednesday. The name of this giant vacuum is called Mammoth. It is the second, by the way, direct air capture plant opened by Swiss company Climaworks in the country, and it's 10 times bigger than the previous one. The previous one's name was Orca.
Oh, okay.
Orca was big, but not as big as Mammoth. Orca started running in 2021, and now Mammoth is underway. Direct air capture, or DAC, is a technology designed to suck in air and strip out the carbon using chemicals. The carbon can then be injected deep beneath the ground, reused, or transformed into solid products. Climaworks plans to transport the carbon underground, where it will be naturally transformed into stone, locking up the carbon permanently. It is partnering with Icelandic company Carbfix for the so-called process, which is sequestration, is what I believe. Sequestration process.
I'm glad they're doing their part.
The entire operation will be powered by Iceland's abundant, clean geothermal energy. And,
pretty popular nowadays.
But, they're saying this actually, it works. I don't know. Don't you agree, though? It's the type of thing we'd come up with.
Yeah.
Like, why don't they just build a giant...
why don't we just suck it out of the air?
It would probably be a Saturday night. Everybody's having a cocktail. Just get a big vacuum cleaner and suck it out of the air. That would work. Miss USA says the reason she abruptly resigned was because of a hostile work environment at the Miss USA company. I guess they have a company. Of course they do. And she says they were, the leadership actively building a culture of fear and control, and she wanted out. So she quickly resigned this week.
With all that the world has been through and the corporate America world has been through and businesses have been through, how are we still dealing with this?
You mean with the pageants?
Well, no, I'm just saying with any company having
a hostile work environment. Yeah. Well, people are people. You have human beings running these companies, and This won't stop till AI runs everything. Then we'll be A-okay.
Then we'll be bullied by the robots.
Did Angela leave us a message about AI this morning? Can you look into that? And a decades-old federal law. Listen to this. Normally, out of California, you see things going more liberal, but the Ninth District Court, Circuit Court in California, in San Francisco, has made a ruling banning a federal law which bans convicted felons from possessing guns. They're saying it's unconstitutional. It's against the Second Amendment. But what? This would apply to, so if someone commits a non-violent felony, this court says you cannot take their guns away. If they commit a violent felony, that falls within the boundaries of the Second Amendment. But according to the Ninth Circuit Court, going forward in a 2-1 ruling in San Francisco.
In San Francisco?
In San Francisco, of all places.
Wow.
The court says it is unconstitutional to take someone's gun away if they have been convicted of a non-violent felony.
Well, that is something there. I got to say, there are some...
I wouldn't expect it to come out of a court in San Francisco.
Not in San Francisco. I mean, there are some pockets of California, much like New York, that are very
remember Reagan was Republican governor of California.
Yeah.
California is very similar to New York. When you get out of the cities, you have more conservative populations.
Correct.
But within the cities, there you go again. You're yawning again.
What is wrong with me?
The hell is wrong with you? Today, I'll be back on the punch clock or whatever. I'm back on the clock today.
Back on the clock
for Herkimer Diamonds. Today, despite any possible rain, they will be telecasting all the way across the pond, selling the Herkimer Diamonds jewelry to people in London and the UK.
They love it over there.
It's unbelievable. It's incredible. What do you say, Davey? I know you. You're yawning now too in there. What is wrong with you people? Did any of you sleep last night?
I went out last night.
Ooh, what did you do? What'd you do?
I went to Smoking Guns.
Oh, in New Hartford.
Oh, you went to see that's Frank Cristiano's place.
Yeah.
And you went to see Tom Nitty and his lovely fiance.
Yeah.
How were they?
Awesome.
How was the bar? It's a country bar, right?
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Good crowd.
Did you ride the bull? Do they have a bull?
They have a bull.
They do have
but
a bull.
I haven't ridden.
You didn't ride the
Nope.
bull. All right. Manager of a Subway restaurant in California is recovering after a man punched her for not including enough ham in his sandwich. There's no ham in my sandwich. Boom.
So he wouldn't be eligible for the firearm if convicted.
I believe that would be considered a violent felony.
Okay,
yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Here's Monique Larios talking about the assault after the sandwich she delivered to this male. After that sandwich, according to the male, did not have enough ham on it. Here we go.
I did not expect this. He comes around the corner. I go, what are you going to do? Hit me over ham? And he hit me. He punched me. All I could remember is just black. I still can't feel half of my face. I did not deserve this at all. I was in there just doing my job.
I don't know. After hearing from you, I don't know. No, she doesn't deserve that. That's ridiculous. What is wrong with people? What are you going to do? Hit me? And then he hits her. I guess you got to be careful what you ask for.
Yeah, well, I guess so.
A woman in North Carolina left her credit card at a restaurant, and an employee posted photos of it, unedited, online to try to find her. Moron. The woman got the card back, but people had already charged more than $2,000 on it.
Oh, my
How did they do that? Because you don't always require... Some purchases don't require the security code.
In the back, yeah.
Yeah. People had already spent $2,000 on it. Luckily, I mean, you would have to know, wouldn't you, that you shouldn't do that?
Well, thank you very much for returning my card, you moron.
Yeah. Luckily, she will ultimately only be responsible for about $500 of that.
Yeah, because of the
I think that's what it is, what you're covered.
Really,
anything
the guy who put up the
that.
card should pay for that. But.
Well, I'm imagining this is the restaurant's fault, although she did leave the card there. Here's Rhonda Deaver explaining what happened with her credit card.
I couldn't believe that they did that, but I was sick thinking that I might be responsible for all those charges. It had been used a whole lot of declines, but a whole lot that went through. I live on a fixed income, and there's not like there's extra money every month to cover those bills that somebody else charged on my card.
Well, there you go. There you go. And that is really bad, right? That's terrible. Do you know?
Do we still have a picture of the card? I got a couple things.
You need a few things. Have you ever squeezed a plastic bottle of ketchup and nothing came out? On TikTok, I found this the other day. It's going viral after this guy is claiming that we've all been squeezing ketchup bottles wrong. Okay. Over the years, you've been squeezing them wrong. I like a good glass bottle, but you don't see them as often anymore.
No, you
Here's
don't. You're
audio.
just
The original glass ketchup bottle was made in 1890, but then they made a squeezable ketchup bottle in 1983. But it was still difficult to get ketchup out of the bottle. So they made what's called a gravity container. Now, if you were to squeeze a gravity bottle from the front, you have to physically squeeze for it to come out. But if you were to squeeze the bottle from the sides and then release, all the pressure is going to push out the ketchup on its own. I squeeze the sides. Super easy. Now, this has to do with air pressure, so after a while, this won't really work, but it might work for the first couple squeezes. Give it a try. Have fun.
You remember the glass bottle and the song Anticipation? It took so long for the ketchup to come out, but it was worth it once it came out.
The trick is the knife
commercial.
Right? You got to hit right at the 57 or.
I just always had a good. You shake from the bottom of the bottle upside down. You shake it a couple times and then whip down, and the ketchup comes right out. But I love ketchup. And then this is amazing. If you're a car person, Chevy has announced the production of their last sedan, the Chevy Malibu, will end this year. The model was introduced in 1964 and ran until 1983. They brought it back in 1997. Here's one of those commercials from the 70s.
We're going to show Grandma our new Chevy Malibu.
A freshly sliced apple pie called Chevy Malibu.
The 1979 Chevy Malibu has the right room, right headroom, legroom, and trunk room. The right size, new family midsize.
Looks like Bill bought himself a new Malibu.
The right ingredients, like an impressive mileage rating and a beautiful body by Fisher. It's got the right name, Chevrolet. No wonder it's a family favorite.
A freshly sliced apple pie
called Chevy Malibu.
Yeah, there's the Chevy Malibu.
The Chevy Malibu.
Are they? They're saying it's their last sedan. Is everything going to be a truck?
Chevy's been going away from sedan vehicles, and they're doing SUVs and trucks.
I'm trying to think of a. Don't they do a sports car still?
Well, yeah, they'll do the
They'll
Corvette.
still do those.
Yeah, I'm sure. But that Corvette's only 2 doors.
Is the what is a sedan? A sedan is a 4-door vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. I don't know a lot about cars. I feel very embarrassed. Like we'll be driving down the road, and my wife will be like, "Oh, look at that '72 Chrysler, something or other." But she used to go years ago with her uncle to all these car shows and knows a ton about cars. She can look at a car and she knows exactly what it is. I have no clue. I didn't have any interest in that stuff. But, when I grew up, and I'm wondering if it was like it for you, families grew up with a brand of a car.
Yes.
And there were arguments over, was Chevy better or was it Ford? Well, I'm a Ford guy.
Yeah, found on the roadside dead.
We're a Chevy guy. What is that?
Ford stands for found on roadside dead. That's what a lot of people say.
If you're a Chevy person.
Yeah, right.
And then, a neighbor would come in with a Volkswagen and everybody would be upset. You're not going to be able to get parts for that. You won't. You're going to pay a lot of money to get parts.
What's wrong with America?
Yeah. Anyway, does that still exist today? Do people have that brand loyalty today still?
I think for the most part, yeah.
I don't know that younger people do. Well, one thing is for sure, after this, any Malibu you come up with will be retro. Until they decide they're going to bring it back.
We're bringing back the
again.
Malibu.
We're going to bring it back. And did you see that there's a new Johnny Cash album coming out?
AI?
No, it's really stuff from Johnny Cash that has previously not been released.
Nice.
I have to say, there's just something about a Johnny Cash song where when you hear it, you're like, yeah, that that could be a hit. He just has that way about singing a song.
Or as we learned from your contest, you might not know what song it is, but it's definitely Johnny Cash.
That is true. You might not know, but it's definitely Johnny Cash. Anyway, that's all of what is going. This weekend, they're going to do the CNY, what are we calling it? The entertainment show, local entertainment.
I think it's CNY stage show or something.
And it's tomorrow night at the Capitol Theater. And we had a young lady in here, Davy. She is very popular out there. Her name is
Sydney Irvin, and she has a band called Sydney Irvin and the Mojos.
She'll be playing tonight at I got to tell you.
She's at the gig tonight.
We're going to play a little of her next hour again.
She's awesome.
And she'll be hosting that event tomorrow night at the Capitol Theater. But tonight, her band will be performing at the gig at the Turning Stone. She has a beautiful voice. She is really, really good. And anyways, you can check that out tomorrow night. A lot of stuff going on. We'll break quickly and come back and wrap up the 6 o'clock hour. And as I said, we have a ton to get to, including, did Schumer let down the people of South Utica? Jolene. Right along. Yeah, she did the version of Jolene that was really, really good.
Sorry, Dave.
Not an easy song to do, Davey. Certainly not for you. It's not easy for you. Anyway, we'll do all that coming up. Hold tight. Coming right back at WIBX.
Hi, this is Tom Cole from Gates Cole Insurance with exciting news. We're expanding with a couple of new offices in our area. One new location is Tall Pines Insurance in Boonville. They're another independent insurance agency that takes pride in making customers happy. That fits our culture at Gates Cole perfectly. Here's Greg Lee from the newest Gates Cole location, Tall Pines Insurance in Boonville.
The reason why I got into insurance was I wanted to allow my father the opportunity to retire and give back to my community. You know, we had the Boonville fire that wiped out a large area down here for us a few years ago, and so we showed up at the fire. You know, we were right there, ground zero, with our insureds, who made sure that they were taken care of quickly. You know, we were able to get people the money that they needed to cover their expenses from that loss.
For insurance for your home, auto, business, and just about everything else, trust your local independent insurance agency, Gates Cole Insurance, proudly representing Finger Lakes Fire and Casualty Company of Trumansburg, New York.
Ready to hit the road with confidence this summer? Look no further than Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, your one-stop shop for top-quality tires at unbeatable prices. At Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, we believe that safety and savings go hand in hand. That's why we offer the best prices up front on top brands, including Summit, Nokia, Bridgestone, and more. With Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, you'll drive away with peace of mind and money in your pocket. Locations in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, and online at tallmanstire.com.
Mountain Man Outdoor Supply Company is excited to announce the return of the 23rd Annual Adirondack Paddle Fest. This highly anticipated event will return to Mountain Man Outdoor Supply Company, Route 28 in Old Forge, May 17th through the 19th. Join us for food, craft beer, music, kids activities, vendors, and more. Shop over 1,000 canoes, kayaks, and SUPs from the leading manufacturers and hundreds of accessories to choose from. Representatives and designers will be on hand to help you choose what is best for your paddling needs. Gear up for all your outdoor adventures with discounts on outdoor gear, footwear, and clothing for the whole family. Shop your favorite brands like Patagonia, Teva, North Face, MSR, and more. Follow Mountain Man Outdoor Supply Company on Facebook and Instagram for updates or for all your local outdoor needs.
Think identity theft won't happen to you? Think again. There's a new victim every 3 seconds in the U.S., over 15 million this year alone, and many don't even know they're victims. LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss even when you monitor your credit. If your identity's stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% their first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome, W295EI, WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
I guess I didn't expect that to play. But I can tell you about Incera's while you're doing whatever you're doing over there. Incera's Flooring Outlet is the area's leading flooring store when it comes to anything flooring. You need carpeting, you need linoleum, any vinyl flooring, you need hardwood. We had beautiful hardwoods installed by the people at Incera's, and it just changes the look of your home. And then the other part is tile. What are you going to put in the bathroom? What are you going to put in that entryway? Where are you going to, when you're putting tile down, what kind of tile are you going to use? And the supply that they have, the inventory that they have at Incera's is just enormous. It allows you to pick something unique for your home. It is the largest inventory in all of Central New York for flooring. And it's just down the road from us in their Route 49 Plaza, right on River Road, and you can check them out. An enormous supply of flooring. Online, it's IncerasFlooringOutlet.com. And you can find a $50 coupon, just print it off, save a little money there, and get 6 months interest-free financing right now at Incera's Flooring Outlet. Route 49 Plaza, River Road, Marcy. Sal and the entire group of family members and staff members over there ready to take care of you at Incera's Flooring Outlet and IncerasFlooringOutlet.com. Andrew, we have a weekend and the next 3 days where it looks like we're going to be dealing with a little bit of rain, but it's not going to be a complete washout. We're expecting maybe a few breaks in the afternoons where it might be okay. And tomorrow really just looks like overcast with a slight chance of rain. Have you figured out what you're doing over there? You look very intent.
You're just going to have to go to the top now.
So 00, 59.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, it may take over at 50, but who knows?
See, just when I say we have a hard out, it has become automated. So if we're talking, I used to like to go over a little bit, and I think that's why they've done this. So, it gets to be 50 seconds, 10 seconds before the top of the hour.
And we get cut off.
Let's see if it happens here, if it's been removed. It may cut us off coming up any time coming up, and it does not here. So you were able to remove it.
You played that.
But it will here when we go to news, which is right now. WIBX Utica Rome, it is 7 o'clock.
Motions denied. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News. Day 15 of former President Trump's criminal trial in New York. Jurors heard testimony yesterday from a bookkeeper, a personal secretary, and a book publishing executive. Former President Trump's attorneys asked for a mistrial over details in former adult film star Stormy Daniels' 2-day testimony about the one-night stand she says they had.
Judge Juan Merchan denied 2 defense motions for a mistrial and to amend the gag orders so the former president could respond to Daniels' testimony. The defendant criticized the judge post-court.
I'm innocent, and I'm being held in this court with a corrupt judge who's totally conflicted.
The trial reconvenes at 9:30 this morning in New York City. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says he hopes to overcome disagreements with President Biden, but that his threat of withholding bomb shipments will not affect plans for a military offensive in the city of Rafah in Gaza. President Biden says that operation risks too many civilian lives. Police right now are arresting pro-Palestinian protesters at UPenn. Biden administration announces a new rule allowing for the rapid rejection of some migrants' asylum claims.
The new regulation released by Homeland Security would allow asylum officers to deny asylum claims of those who have a serious criminal record or who are believed to be linked to terrorism. Right now, even such people who claim asylum can end up remaining in the country for years. This new rule would allow officers to reject their claims rather than judges. The regulation will be open to a public comment period for 30 days, and the Biden administration does expect it to be finalized this year. On a call with reporters, a Homeland Security official said they do not expect this rule to result in large numbers of deportations, but that it will apply to those they're most concerned about. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
About 250,000 homes and businesses are without power in the southeast, the most in Alabama as a line of severe weather moves through wind gusts and thunderstorms. America's listening to Fox News.
Pure Talk, my sponsor and my wireless company, are now providing international roaming to over 50 countries. Now, as you plan your summer travel, make sure that your wireless company covers you at home and abroad. Now you can get unlimited talk and text, plenty of 5G data for just $20 a month. That's less than half the price of Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile for the exact same service. Dial pound 250, say the keyword save now. Do it now. You save an additional 50% off your first month. Make the switch to Pure Talk so you can afford to travel this summer. All right, who's there for heroes or their families left behind when a service member or a first responder dies or is catastrophically injured in the line of duty? Who helps our country's homeless vets? I'll tell you who. It's the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. Never forget the sacrifices of our country's greatest heroes. They're hoping all of us will donate $11 a month. Just go to their website, the letter T, the number 2, the letter T.org, the letter T, number 2, letter T.org for the Tunnel to Towers Foundation.
President Biden has 3 campaign events today.
Stops in California and Washington state are on the agenda as President Joe Biden does some fundraising on the West Coast. He's in San Francisco today for 2 campaign receptions in the Bay Area, then heads to Seattle, where he'll participate in campaign events over the weekend. The president has visited the San Francisco area multiple times in the past year, most recently in February for a Silicon Valley fundraiser. Today's trip comes as the Biden campaign launched a $14 million May ad buy targeting Black, Latino, and Asian American voters. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
The top prosecutor in El Paso, Texas, says he's not giving up on charges connected to a riot at a border wall.
El Paso District Attorney Bill Hicks says a county court judge's order dismissing 211 cases against migrants accused of participating in a March 21st riot at the U.S.-Mexico border was inappropriate.
We have every intention of appealing his dismissal orders.
The judge finding the cases were moved from district to county court without a required transfer order. Hicks arguing the transfer was properly done and addressing criticism over the misdemeanor charges.
It is not about immigration. It is not about politics.
Stressing it's about protecting the community.
That's Fox's Kristen Goodwin. Pennsylvania is the 29th state banning handheld cell phone use while driving.
Governor Josh Shapiro's office says the Democrat will sign the bill into law 18 years after he first introduced similar legislation as a member of the state house. It's designed to reduce distracted driving crashes and fatalities. The Keystone State currently only has a texting while driving ban. Drivers can still legally make emergency calls or use it for navigation. A separate provision requires large police departments and the state police to collect and publicly report data on traffic stops, including a driver's race.
Fox's Tom Rigotti. Stock futures are higher ahead of the opening bell on Wall Street. The Dow's been up 7 straight days so far. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News.
Good morning, WIBX 950 News Time, 7:05. I'm Andrew Dominio. Cloudy skies, a few lingering rain showers in the area, 50 degrees. At least it's Friday. Your full weather forecast is coming up. This update brought to you by John's Mobile Home Parts and Accessories in Oriskany Falls. For all your mobile home needs, it's worth the trip. Go to johnsmobilehomeparts.com for more information. Well, the jury has spoken in the trial of Jesse Outlay. It was handed down yesterday. The panel convicted the 27-year-old of opening fire towards a vehicle with 11-month-old Dior Harris inside back in April 2021, killing the child. The drive-by shooting happened on Grant Avenue in Syracuse and left 2 other young victims injured. Outlay is now facing 25 years to life in prison. A Utica man has been arrested on assault and weapon charges. According to Utica police, 20-year-old Joshua Jackson allegedly engaged in an argument with another man at an apartment on Hillcrest Avenue in February. The argument escalated into Jackson allegedly striking the man in the head with a wooden object several times, causing a serious laceration that required treatment. After speaking with the victim at Wynn Hospital, the case was assigned to the Criminal Investigations Division. Jackson was identified as the suspect and has been charged with second-degree assault and fourth-degree criminal possession of a weapon. New Hartford police arrested 7 people and issued 39 vehicle and traffic law tickets following a high-visibility enforcement initiative in commercial areas. Among those arrested was 39-year-old Steve White, Ariana Panuccio-Baus, and 24-year-old Shania Elliott, all of Utica, for felony grand larceny. Police also arrested 34-year-old Alfredo Copachetta and 47-year-old Crystal Muldoon, both of Utica, on felony drug charges, and 2 people were arrested for petty larceny charges. Of the 39 vehicle and traffic law tickets issued, the majority were for using a cell phone or other electronic device while driving. Bassett Healthcare Network has added a new employee to its roster, Dank, a 17-month-old Shepherd Belgian Malinois mix. Dank will serve as a new canine unit on Bassett's security team, where he and his handler will tour the health system's hospitals and clinics every week. The program is funded by donors, and the security team said Dank joined the team thanks to a large donation by a couple inspired by the program. Dank joins other canine units Hudson, Cole, and Hutch. The dog was named after handler Linda May's father, Robert Dankovich, a retired Navy commander and Suffolk County police officer.
Okay, I was just about to question
go in a different direction.
Question the name.
I thought the same thing.
And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do that. What a wonderful name.
And Bill, here's a story that may interest you. Mr. Softy, an iconic soft ice cream company, is launching an app to let you know where their truck is in your neighborhood. With a jingle that's familiar to 3 generations of ice cream lovers, it's impossible to miss the Mr. Softy truck. But if you want to know exactly where it'll hit your block, there's now an app for that. You just type in your zip code to find out the location of the nearest truck. And if you don't want to wait for an ice cream cone, sundae, or milkshake, you can head on over. Mr. Softy, which is headquartered in New Jersey, has 350 franchisees and 625 trucks in 18 states, including New York, Connecticut, Arizona, California, Florida, Texas, Ohio, and Wisconsin.
All right, here's the...
Texted him, he came. Thank you. Hooray.
I mean, most people today have no clue what Mr. Softy even is, because it hasn't been in our area in such a long time, like since the 60s.
It's got a very distinct look.
There is, and the ice cream is just awesome. And there are a few Mr. Softy trucks that have been restored around here that are in parades and that sort of thing. But nobody operates Mr. Softy. Now we've gone with the frozen novelties where you'll break a tooth trying to bite into that SpongeBob
Mr. Dingling
thing. Yeah. But in New York City, there are knockoffs because the franchise is pretty expensive. And there are Mr. Softy trucks that you can still get in New York City, but not here.
Mm-hmm.
So good luck with that app.
We have Mr. Dingling.
We have Mr. Dingling. All right. That now, according to Mike Johnson, this weekend will not be a complete washout.
Weather's brought to you by Adirondack Home Furniture.
Okay.
I need you to pot up the hotkeys. Sorry.
Okay, Andrew. If that's what you want. Here's Mike Johnson.
Here's the latest from the WIBX Weather Center. I'm Mike Johnson. Light rain early today, then cloudy, with some showers in the afternoon at a high of 57. Tonight, showers this evening and 46 the low. Tomorrow, cloudy and overcast, not a washout, 62 degrees the high. And Sunday, 59 with showers earlier in the day and then overcast later on. That's the latest. I'm Mike Johnson from the WIBX Weather Center of WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Right now, we're at 50 degrees under cloudy skies. It's 7:10. Sports brought to you by IBEW NECA 43 local contractors. A couple of former LSU teammates will be looking to one-up each other in the upcoming NFL season. Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels and Giants wide receiver Malik Neighbors appear to have a $10,000 wager between the two of them. Both players believe they will finish as the top offensive rookie in 2024. However, the bet is unlikely to actually happen due to the league's gambling policy. According to ESPN, give me a break. Rookies will be educated on the gambling policy during their mini camp, which begins this week. The 2022 gambling policy stated that gambling includes, quote, private wagers between teammates, family, and friends or others, but was not included in the revised 2023 policy. I can understand making a bet on your team's performance as far as, wins and losses and the risking of shaving points, but a friendly wager when you've got literally 100 gambling ads an hour on these NFL stadium boards and things like that.
Listen, if you're playing, you can't bet on your own team. Do you think you can? Right, no.
You should be able to bet on your... this is a little different. You're wagering with another individual on who does something better. You're betting on yourself.
I see. Within... Yeah,
I mean, it's either you're going to win offensive rookie of the year, or I'm going to win the offensive.
All right, why
rookie
is that bad?
It's against the policy.
Apparently it's against policy. Okay. Anything else?
Yes, the Rangers remained red hot after topping the Carolina Hurricanes 3-2 in overtime in a close one, Game 3 at PNC Arena. They now lead the best-of-7 series 3-0 as they look to punch their ticket to the Eastern Conference Finals. Our buddy Tadpole down the hall is wearing his Rangers jersey this morning. The Yankees were unable to sweep the Houston Astros after falling 4-3 in the finale at Yankee Stadium. You can't win them all, Smitty. We have now fallen to, we being the Yankees, have now fallen to second in the AL East at 25-14. They'll visit the Tampa Bay Rays for a 3-game series that begins tonight at Tropicana Field. And the Mets return to Citi Field for a 5-game homestand that begins tonight. New York will be looking to extend its winning streak to 3 games when they host the Atlanta Braves, and Queens left-hander Jose Quintana is expected to get the start for the Mets. They are tied for third in the NL East at 18-18. The Pacers have had it with officiating in the second round of the NBA playoffs. According to ESPN, Indiana has submitted 78 instances of incorrect or non-calls to the NBA that they felt put them at a disadvantage in games 1 and 2 against the Knicks. New York will be looking to take a commanding 3-0 series lead when it visits Indiana for Game 3 tonight at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. OJ Anunoby has been ruled out with a hamstring injury. Boy, do the Knicks keep getting riddled with injuries. It is 7:13.
Coming up this weekend on WPNY tomorrow at 2 p.m. and then Saturday at 8 a.m. and 11:30 p.m. on Fox TV. Check out River Hills Properties' new episode of Sold in Upstate New York. It is a real estate program and then some. In fact, this week there's going to be some breaking news this week that I think is pretty big, and we'll get into that and talk more about it on Monday. But you can watch it over the weekend. You can always watch Sold in Upstate New York on YouTube, and if you subscribe, you'll get a little alert when the new one comes up. Fair enough? Fair enough. River Hills Properties is the #1 independent real estate agency in the area. #2 if you look at the big chains. And it is all about the services provided, all the things they do for you, for somebody selling their home. And it benefits the buyers as well. They have offices in Barneville, Little Falls, Rome, and Utica. Online, it is riverhillspropertiesllc.com. Call 315-896-1009. Remember, nobody sells homes like River Hills Properties. Is that Ryan Schmelz that is on the line there? Lawmakers are reacting to the White House and Biden's decision, which he says if Israel goes any further, we will not be providing bombs. Now, of course, you have Democrats, some, but many Republicans challenging this, and Ryan Schmelz with the latest on it right now. Ryan, good morning. And good morning. All right, what do we know today?
Hey, good morning. Hey, good morning. How are you?
Good. This is obviously one of those situations where there's all of this protesting, all of this stuff going on. I don't know how Biden is going to be able to juggle his way through this, but there are plenty of people in Congress not pleased with this announcement.
No, there certainly aren't. I mean, it's going as far as you have Republicans who are calling for impeachment articles against President Biden. You have Senator Lindsey Graham from South Carolina saying this is the dumbest thing he has ever seen in his entire life, and he's one of those who is filing a resolution condemning what the administration is doing. And you also have some members of Congress who are filing bills that would pretty much force the administration to send the arms that are approved by Congress over to Israel. So, yes, this is a pretty widespread condemnation, at least on the Republican side.
Netanyahu actually speaking out on this as well. He is not backing down, but hopes that he and Biden can work things out here.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a shocker at all, is it? You know, Netanyahu has been a pretty fierce critic of the Biden administration, and this is probably one of the biggest stances the Biden administration has taken against Israel's government. So I don't think it's a shocker at all seeing Benjamin Netanyahu have a strong stance against them.
All right, well, we'll see where this goes. But and I have to say that that's how I feel. If this, I wish they could just wrap it up, defeat Hamas, and get this over with. The longer this goes on, the more civilian
it seems
casualties.
like they're trying to, but
I know
they're being handcuffed a little.
They're being handcuffed a little, and then any of these negotiations, Hamas doesn't seem very interested in. I mean, they want to give up 40 hostages.
Yeah,
you want out of this thing? Give all the hostages up.
Yeah. We'll only give up a portion of the hostages.
Yeah,
You'll stop attacking us, and then maybe we won't attack you again.
And by the way, they want several of their people released as well, so I just don't see anything coming of it. All right, Ryan Schmelz, it sounds like you have some allergy issues going on there. I hope you feel better.
Oh, come on. I sound fine. What are you talking about?
Listen, I didn't say you didn't sound
I'm
fine.
tired this morning too, Ryan.
I simply said you sound like you have some allergy issues, and I can relate. I think you sound wonderful, just for the records. All right.
That's a giant cricket in my throat, right?
You enjoy the weekend, Ryan. Thank you so much.
Hey, too, my friend. Thank you.
Thanks. Ryan Schmelz with Fox News Radio. It is that time of year with all the pollen and everything, although we keep getting a bit delayed on it because I think for all of these seedlings and all this stuff to start floating in the air, you really need some warm weather, and that we are not getting. And there's none of that in the forecast for this weekend.
No, probably not till next weekend.
Maybe, if we're lucky.
But other than allergies, it sounded like Ryan started to enjoy his weekend a little early.
I think he did a little bit, yeah. That's right. We're going to have some fun. All right, stand by later in the hour. Davey, have you decided how much we're giving away today with Hobica's free money question of the day? What is the amount we're giving away today?
0.
What?
The hell are you talking about?
0?
0. Notch. Nothing.
What do you mean? Is nutch a word?
Yes.
It is?
It's a Swiss.
Okay.
Or Dutch, I think.
Dutch?
So Hobica got to you that bad, huh?
0. Z-E-R-O. 0. 0, 0, 0.
Well, we can't do that.
Okay.
We have to give away something.
It's Friday. Can't we end the week in a positive note?
All right, $50.
How much you want to do?
$200.
All right.
Whoa.
That's awesome. We went from 0 to $200. I love it. All right, Davey. Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, thank you. We'll do that coming up at 7:35. A chance for you to win, and we'll get into the latest here in that cellular dead zone over there. That's along Oneida Street, right? By the Ridgewood Food Market, and there was a fire there. They couldn't call 911 to get help because the cellular service didn't work. And I got to say, Schumer had promised to fix this, and it has not been fixed. So you have some very angry people going on. Wayne says, on the Ridgewood fire, would a first alert bracelet work, like the ones old people use? I've fallen, and I can't get up.
Oh, boy.
I don't know if that would work over there. Anne in Rome. A UK toddler has hearing restored in the world's first gene therapy trial. Boy, that is an amazing story, Anne, and I did not see this story. But I think it's stuff like this in 10 or 15, 20 years that we're going to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's really quite an amazing story. Julie, I remember Mr. Softy in Herkimer County in the 90s. The parent of one of my students operated it. Yes, there was a Mr. Softy truck down at the, was it Gaffey's? I forget the name. Car wash down in Herkimer. They had a Mr. Softy truck, but it was not operating.
Oh, it was just there on display.
It would just go, and it would be in parades and that sort of thing. What happened to Schumer? This is ridiculous. He said he was going to fix this situation, and nothing has been fixed. They could not even get a 911 call out when the fire broke out yesterday.
Loser.
That's Paul. With a few other choice words that I can't use, but thank you for that, Paul. Why hasn't Schumer fixed the dead zones? This is some guy in the 540 by the Baseball Hall of Fame. How embarrassing. People come from all over the world, and then they have no cellular service. Interesting. Colleen, Andrew, get some coffee, will you?
Oh, yeah.
And Magic Bill Howard. Magic Bill will Magic Bill will be making 2 appearances at the Capitol tomorrow night. So feel free to. I've gotten this mic way too far back.
And it needs a little.
Magic Bill tomorrow night. 2 performances at the Capitol Theater. You can check that out as well. Coming up, we'll get to Hobica's free money question of the day and other stuff here for a Friday morning. We also have some of these throwback T-shirts to give away. Maybe we'll get to that as well. Coming up here, it is 7:22 at WIBX.
There's no glory in getting beat up on the job. Aches and pains aren't trophies. They're just barriers keeping pros like you from getting work done. But Ferris commercial mowers at Clinton Tractor help you finish strong and feel good doing it. With patented suspension technology, visit Clinton Tractor today for a test drive and feel the Ferris difference. Or go to clintontractor.net. Ferris, work hard, feel good.
We are the leader in service, Clinton Tractor.
Are you prepared for the future? Help secure your family's financial well-being with professional guidance. Join us for a complimentary estate planning workshop presented by the DiGiorgio Law Firm with Phil DiGiorgio. Discover the key to creating a customized estate plan to protect assets and minimize taxes. Mark your calendar for 5:30 p.m. May 16th at the office of the DiGiorgio Law Firm, located at 258 Genesee Street in Utica. Space is limited, so RSVP today.
Attorney advertising. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Mountain Man Outdoor Supply Company is excited to announce the return of the 23rd Annual Adirondack Paddle Fest. This highly anticipated event will return to Mountain Man Outdoor Supply Company, Route 28 in Old Forge, May 17th through the 19th. Join us for food, craft beer, music, kids' activities, vendors, and more. Shop over 1,000 canoes, kayaks, and SUPs from the leading manufacturers and hundreds of accessories to choose from. Representatives and designers will be on hand to help you choose what is best for your paddling needs. Gear up for all your outdoor adventures with discounts on outdoor gear, footwear, and clothing for the whole family. Shop your favorite brands like Patagonia, Teva, North Face, MSR, and more. Follow Mountain Man Outdoor Supply Company on Facebook and Instagram for updates or for all your local outdoor needs.
Tomorrow, the Rome Capitol Theater presents CNY On Stage Live. Join host Sydney Irving and her band, The Mojo. American Idol contestant Ethan Harris. Plus, comedians, dance groups, Magic Bill, and more. CNY On Stage Live tomorrow, 7 p.m. at the Rome Capitol Theater.
Part of the Capitol Arts Complex Local Arts and Music Showcase during the month of May.
Do you have unfiled tax returns or being threatened by the IRS that your wages are about to be garnished or bank accounts are going to be levied? You need an ally. Allies Tax Relief has professionals ready to fight for you. Their enrolled agents, tax attorneys, and CPAs have saved millions of dollars for taxpayers just like you. They won't just resolve your tax problems, they'll most importantly protect your wages, bank accounts, and all your assets from being taken by the IRS. Call for a free consultation. 800-230-5174. 800-230-5174 or go to alliestaxrelief.com.
Hi, this is Rob Hilton of Hilton Estate and Elder Law with important information for young families. If you have young children, you face unique challenges that must be addressed when considering your estate planning.
Well, they, of course, have issues related to who will take care of and raise their children when they die. In addition, they have to have concerns about how the assets are maintained and managed after their death. They need to utilize trusts, and of course, they need to have life insurance to protect their children for future costs.
Blended families face unique circumstances and legal issues that must be considered with their estate planning.
How do we make sure that all of the children from both families receive some sort of inheritance? Oftentimes we'll use very special techniques in our wills, or we'll use IRAs or life insurance to make sure they receive an inheritance. They are all very special challenges.
To find out more about strategies to protect your loved ones through proper estate planning, contact us at Hilton Estate and Elder Law. Call for more information and to schedule an in-person meeting to answer your questions.
The Potting Shed Antiques in Whitesboro is buying silver, gold, gold-filled, vintage costume, estate jewelry, and U.S. and Canadian coins. They've been your hometown buyer for the past 52 years. While other gold and silver buyers claim to offer the highest prices, the Potting Shed Antiques actually delivers. Let Don Hartman take a look at your individual pieces or your entire collection. The Potting Shed Antiques, open Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Please call ahead for an appointment. Visit thepottingshedantique.com.
Replacing your roof isn't a decision you take lightly. You want industry standards met with affordable options and a crew who knows how important a sound roof is to you and your family. Dennis Padula & Sons Roofing is your hometown roofers with deep roots in our community. Padula Roofers specialize in residential roofing projects. They're a GAF-certified master elite roofing contractor who keeps their standards above the rest. Call 315-733-1564 to find out more about their Roofs for Troops mail-in rebate. Dennis Padula & Sons Roofing, your hometown roofers.
Hey, I want to tell you, as it may not seem like it's going to happen, but it is. The weather's going to turn around. It's going to get hot. It's going to get muggy. Will you keep your house cool in this upcoming summer? Are you ready for that? And Fred F. Collis & Sons Heating, Cooling, and Insulation can help, whether it be with central air in your home or other units that are cost-effective, unlike those old the window units that are just draining your energy bill, draining the money from your wallet, really is what I should say. But Collis offers free estimates on assisting you if you're in need of insulation, which can play a big role as well. Collis has been able to install insulation for many of their customers completely free of charge by helping them take advantage of current New York State incentive programs. They know insulation. They've been doing it for years, and these programs are out there. Why not take advantage of them if you can? In addition, free estimates, they provide free home energy audits, a home energy assessment. We had it done at our home, and it was interesting. They knew certain appliances that we had based on, they knew we had a pool because the electric bill would actually go up during the summertime during pool. So they automatically knew. So they're able to go in and look at things. And also, they knew about they'd gone back to find all of the specs on the construction of our home, the type of insulation that was used. And we were good in that department, but there were some areas, like light bulbs, that we switched out and have been able to save some pretty good money. And that is free. There is no charge for their home energy assessment. Just call them today at 315-860-1301. And if you're looking for a job, Collis is hiring. FredFCollis.com is the website, or visit their showroom in Yorkville to apply on Commercial Drive, with offices in Syracuse, in Rome, and in Yorkville. It's Fred F. Collis and Sons, 315-860-1301.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
I do want to play a little bit of this young lady who performed in the studio yesterday. Man, she was good. She did a version of, actually, she had an original song that I thought was really good as well. Sorry about that. Andrew will do news. Can you fix that for me? Is that fixed?
Yes.
Okay, good. Anyway, we'll play a little of her coming up. Also, we'll do a Bikers Free Money question of the day. And in addition, Andy Weimer is the owner of the Ridgewood Food Market. We'll speak with him after that fire that occurred. And they have no cell service, so they couldn't even call 911. Julie says, no, that Mr. Softy was operating back in the 90s. Pretty cool. Donna, there's part of North Utica, Deerfield, that is also a dead zone. My phone goes out every time I drive Herkimer or Cosby Manor. Herkimer Road or Cosby Manor.
There is a small one there because I live in that area.
Higbee has a problem.
Higbee has a problem, yeah. Oxford Road, New Hartford, that has a dead spot.
I mean, we kind of expect these dead spots, but you wouldn't expect it on Oneida Street in Utica.
Or Oxford Road.
Or Oxford Road or Herkimer Road. I know that when I go up over the hill to Herkimer Diamonds, so from the Skylar Four Corners, whatever that road is, you get up there on the top of the hill, and then you get down, and you lose cell service down in there. But you kind of get used to that. It's so interesting when you see somebody from a city, like people come up from New York City. They're like, I couldn't even get cell service in spots. Yeah, because you don't have that problem in the city. We have the problem like that up here.
Also, another one is Clinton Street in Whitesboro, probably from about some areas just after Harts Hill Inn to past Harts Hill School. You'll have
one of the things is, you do a lot of driving.
Mm-hmm.
Being in real estate, you're doing a lot of driving out there.
And a lot of being on the phone. It's just frustrating.
And a lot of on the phone, and it does get frustrating. How about Netflix has put out the Tom Brady roast?
Mm-hmm.
And I hate when they do this stuff.
They took out the Robert Kraft joke?
No, they took out the booing of Kim Kardashian.
What?
Those who watch the Brady roast live on Netflix are going to see a slightly different version of the show. While the show was happening live, viewers saw Kim Kardashian get empathetically booed. I'm sorry. There was no empathy there. Emphatically. Sorry. Emphatically booed with no empathy by the audience. The version that's currently streaming has those boos edited out of the 3-hour program.
Now,
I think
honestly,
that's a mistake.
Truthfully, this may be an unpopular opinion. I don't really have any hatred toward Kim Kardashian. She's she's made a name for herself. She put her family out there with a reality show, and has she made some questionable relationship decisions? Maybe, but haven't we? Have we all in the past?
She has figured out a way to make a ton of money.
Mm-hmm.
What is her talent?
I mean,
I guess she's attractive.
Yeah.
And Davey, talent? What's her talent? You want to hit your mic in there?
She's very fashionable.
I got it.
She's fashionable.
Okay. What is her talent?
Nothing.
Well, she's got a talent for marketing.
Yeah.
And then so does her sister, too, right?
Yeah,
Chloe?
all of them.
Listen, all I'm telling you is...
And the Jenner sisters now.
Chloe puts up like some makeup line or something.
And the people honk at it.
It sells out. They what at it?
They honk at it.
What does that
grab
mean?
it like droves.
Okay, you're speaking in jive today. You're jive talking. Yeah, they honk at it.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that means. All right, coming up, we'll do Micah's free money question of the day, and in the meantime, I'm going to try to get a little piece of Jolene. This song that was done.
Her name is Sydney Irving.
Sydney Irving will be performing tonight at the gig with her band, and then tomorrow night at the big show out at the Capitol Theater. We'll play a little of her audio coming up. Right now, Andrew has news on WIBX.
Good morning, WIBX 950 news time, 7:35. I'm Andrew Dominio. Still around 50 degrees, cloudy skies, some lingering rain showers. Depressing. Your full weather forecast is coming up. This update brought to you by Clinton Tractor, the leader in service. Visit clintontractor.net. New Hartford police arrested 7 people and issued 39 vehicle and traffic law tickets following a high visibility enforcement initiative in commercial areas. Among those arrested were 39-year-old Stephen White, Ariana Panuccio-Baus, and 24-year-old Shania Elliott, all of Utica, for felony grand larceny. Police also arrested 34-year-old Alfredo Cappuccetto and 47-year-old Crystal Muldoon, both of Utica, on felony drug charges. 2 people were arrested for petty larceny charges. Of the 39 vehicle and traffic law tickets issued, the majority were for using a cell phone or other electronic device while driving. People are grieving the loss of a loved one. People who are grieving the loss of a loved one are increasingly turning to AI to assist in the grieving process. Snapchat, Replica, 11 Labs, Hereafter are just some of the companies that allow users to create avatars of deceased loved ones. Generative AI tools, which use algorithms to create new text, video, audio, and code, can try to answer questions the way someone who died might have. However, the accuracy depends on what information is put into the AI to start with. That borders a little bit on some creepiness, in my opinion. After nearly 3 days of deliberations, the jury in the murder trial of Jesse Outlay was handed down. the verdict. Yesterday, the panel convicted the 27-year-old outlay of opening fire towards a vehicle with 11-month-old Dior Harris inside back in April of 2021, killing the child. The drive-by shooting happened on Grant Avenue in Syracuse and left 2 other young victims hurt. Outlay is now facing 25 years to life in prison. And Ohio State University's commencement speaker says he took a psychedelic while writing his speech that encouraged people to buy cryptocurrency. Entrepreneur and OSU alum Chris Pan wrote on LinkedIn days before the ceremony that he got help using a mind-altering substance. On Sunday, Pan was booed as he tried to motivate graduates to buy Bitcoin and force them into a sing-along. Sounds like he was taking the edibles pre-speech as well. It is 7:37. Your weather forecast is brought to you by Adirondack Home Furniture.
Here's the latest from the WIBX Weather Center. I'm Mike Johnson. Light rain early today, then cloudy, with some showers in the afternoon at a high of 57. Tonight, showers this evening and 46 the low. Tomorrow, cloudy and overcast, not a washout, 62 degrees the high. And Sunday, 59 with showers earlier in the day and then overcast later on. That's the latest. I'm Mike Johnson from the WIBX Weather Center of WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Right now we're at 50 degrees under cloudy skies at 7:38. Bill, I want to tell you about Revive Utica and Revive Softwave Therapy on Genesee Street in Utica. It is a state-of-the-art treatment from Germany, and it's made its way to Utica. And there are a number of benefits, and I'm just going to tell you a few of them. It increases blood supply, modulates inflammation, stimulates and activates stem cells, repairs and regenerates tissue, reduces acute and chronic pain. It's non-invasive. There's no anesthesia or numbing agents needed. It's a short treatment time and a long-lasting effect. So if you're tired of going to the doctor every quarter to get a cortisone shot that could be expensive or a burden on your insurance, if you're sick of the side effects of all those pain pills, or you want to put off surgery just a little bit longer, why not give Revive Softwave Therapy a try? Dr. Tim Delmedico and his team are doing it every day, and they are giving Keeler listeners a significant discount, part of Discovery Days. If you mention the Keeler Show when you call them up, they'll give you a significant discount on your initial consultation and treatment. 315-725-8427. That's 315-725-8427. Whether you're dealing with neck, back, knee, wrist, arthritis, shoulder, neuropathy pain, or like I was, foot or ankle pain, there is a treatment available. It's Revive Softwave Therapy. Go to reviveutica.com for more information, testimonials, and benefits of Softwave. Again, that number, 315-725-8427. Let the healing begin with Revive Softwave Therapy, Genesee Street in Utica.
So we've been advertising all week long this big show. It's kind of like an expanded talent show tomorrow night at the Capitol Theater. And it's hosted by Sydney, who was in here. Rick Lewis brought her in yesterday. She has a band. They'll be at the gig tonight, and then tomorrow night she'll be performing solo. Yesterday in studio, she did a version of Jolene that I thought was really, really good. Dolly Parton's big hit. And just listen to a little piece of Sydney here. Check it out.
I just got back from Nashville. I was down there working on some new things that I can't talk about very much, but I figure I should do a country song for you. This is called Jolene.
Oh, love this song.
Oh, great.
Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him just because you can. Your beauty is beyond compare, flaming locks of auburn hair in ivory skin, eyes of emerald grain. Your smile is like a breath of spring, your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you. Jolene, he talks about you in his sleep. There's nothing I can do to keep from crying when he calls your name. Jolene, and I could easily understand how you could easily take my man, but you don't know what he means to me. Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him just because you can. You could have your choice, man. I could never love again. He's the only one for me. Jolene, I had to have this talk with you. My happiness depends on you. Whatever you decide to do, Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him just because you can.
Wow. That was so good.
Thank you so much.
So
wow,
good.
Great version,
Yeah.
great sound. Wow.
Love it.
Wow.
It's CNY on Stage Live. It happens Saturday night, 7 p.m. at the Capitol Theater in Rome. You will be hosting, and your band will be playing, and you got a full weekend of action.
We do, yeah. It's going to be a good one. Thank you so much for having us on.
Thank
and
you.
We want to send a big shout out to Grace Musicians Group, Breed Love Guitars, RT Customs, and the Capitol Theater for having us.
Awesome. I would say that she's done a good job figuring out how to plug. 'Cause that's really good. Rick's good at that, too. That's tomorrow night at the Capitol Theater, and you can also check her out, as we said, at the gig with her band tonight at the Turning Stone Resort and Casino. Davey might actually be there, right?
I'm going to try to.
Okay.
It's a little past 10.
You weren't really sure where the gig is. It's right next to the Tin Rooster.
Which you know where that is.
Yes, I know where
the
that is.
gig is kind of cool if you've not been in there. They have a whole
wall
of amplifiers and speakers, and it's like guitar amps and stuff. It's really, really cool.
Well, I've seen Sydney 5 times out already.
So you're sick of her already.
Acoustic, I've seen her, but I've never seen her with her whole band.
All right, fair enough. Okay, Davey. We're going to do Habaika's free money question of the day. This morning it's worth $200. And what are you going to go with here? What are you thinking? Caller number what?
Well, I got my mojo. Let's go with caller number 10.
10th caller. Takes a little bit to get there, right? You got to have that mojo going. Caller number... no, Andrew, that's...
that's... Sorry.
That's yesterday. Caller number 10. Right now at 315-736-0186. 315-736-0186. Your chance to win from Habaika and WIBX. We'll talk about County Executive Tony Paceni's State of the County a little bit coming up. And Andy Weimer is in, the owner of Ridgewood Food Market. There was a fire there yesterday. Not happy with Senator Chuck Schumer, who said that he was going to fix the cell service over there along Oneida Street. Well, it hasn't been fixed yet. They weren't even able to call 911. Not pleased. We'll get to all that coming up. Next, though, Habaika's free money question on WIBX.
Step into the magic of the 2024 Glimmer Glass Festival, where summer comes alive with the finest in opera and musical theater.
The Glimmer Glass Festival is a world-class summer celebration of the arts nestled on the banks of beautiful Otsego Lake, just minutes from Cooperstown, making it an easy day trip from anywhere in the Mohawk Valley.
This year's festival runs from July 22nd through August 20th and invites you to immerse yourself in myth, mystery, and adventure with productions that explore the connection between identity and illusion.
From the timeless endless hilarity of Gilbert and Sullivan's The Pirates of Penzance to the gripping drama of Pagliacci.
Celestial escapades of La Callisto and intriguing mystery of Elizabeth Creed. Experience the magic firsthand.
The Glimmerglass Festival, a highlight of your summer experiences in the Cooperstown region. Hiking, kayaking, picnicking, and world-class opera and musical theater. Just a short drive from anywhere in the Mohawk Valley.
Visit glimmerglass.org to purchase tickets and to learn more about this year's festival. Then join us and see for yourself why there's no place quite like Glimmerglass.
It's hard to know what to do when you lose a loved one. You need someone you can trust to help you navigate all the options. Mohawk Valley Monuments has been providing comfort and delivering quality memorials in our community for over 95 years. Mohawk Valley Monuments has experience with all the local cemeteries, from simple grave markings to intricate family mausoleums. For personalized service, call us today at 315-724-7629 or visit us at mohawkvalleymonuments.com.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
For a lasting impression, trust the quality and craftsmanship of Humphrey Memorials. They're experienced in all facets of memorial design, sales of monuments and mausoleums, on-site cemetery lettering, cleaning and restoration, and specialty services like etched glassware, mirrors, and landscape products. Humphrey Memorials of Herkimer has been making a lasting impression in central New York since 1946. They also handle commercial construction projects as well. Find out more at humphrey.memorials.com or call 866-4471.
Replacing your roof isn't a decision you take lightly. You want industry standards met with affordable options and a crew who knows how important a sound roof is to you and your family. Dennis Padula & Sons Roofing is your hometown roofers with deep roots in our community. Padula Roofers specialize in residential roofing projects. They're a GAF certified master elite roofing contractor who keeps their standards above the rest. Call 315-733-1564 to find out more about their Roofs for Troops mail-in rebate. Dennis Padula & Sons Roofing, your hometown roofers.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
Here we go for Friday morning. It's a Friday. I do like Fridays. Even when you're looking at weather that's just a bit depressing. Is it depressing that we keep talking about it? Because we're talking about it as being depressing. Maybe that's annoying for people. But I'm depressed by it.
It's awful.
I was doing a little research on this. March, April, and May. So March, April, and what we've already experienced in the month of May. Do you know how many days we've had sunshine?
Not a lot.
4.
Mm-hmm. Knew it.
I completely made that up, but it feels that way, doesn't it? I mean, even if the stat isn't true, it does. It feels like it is.
I would believe it. I would believe it.
You did believe it. You completely believed it.
Well,
you weren't
for 10
surprised.
days. 10. So we've had 10 days in May.
10 days in May.
4 of them have been sunny.
And another 60 days. So out of 70 days, we've had 4 sunny days.
Oh, that seems a little inaccurate.
It is not true. But it felt like March, we had nothing. April was just terrible and gloomy. And here we are dealing with May. It's just, it is terrible. Paul is in Chadwick's, ready to take a shot at Habaika's free money question of the day. Paul, good morning. How you doing?
Doing great. How you doing, Bill?
Good. Turn that radio down if you could.
Just turn that down.
If that's your radio. All right. You ready? Paul, you're on the road, right?
Yes, I am. On my way to work.
Here is your question. You're going to have 7 seconds to answer. It comes from Andrew and Joseph Habaika. For all of your legal needs, call 315-724-1600. I've got him on speed dial. Just, you gotta be prepared. Okay, 7 seconds. Here's your question. The lovely Anna Jarvis is famous for creating this. Ready, go.
Anna Jarvis.
Ooh,
Anna Jarvis.
The clock always hits a little harder.
Anna Jarvis is this, I believe, she created this in 1912. And we still celebrate today. In fact, you damn well better be ready to celebrate this weekend because you're going to be in big trouble if you don't. The answer, Davey, is...
Mother's Day.
Yeah, Anna Jarvis is the mother of Mother's Day. All right, I'm going to give you one of our throwback T-shirts. These are T-shirts that actually go back to, in some cases, the 75th anniversary of WIBX. So a 24-year-old T-shirt throwback that is brand new, of course. We'll give you a chance at that. Also, the Food and Fun card from Aquavino, Taylor and the Cook, Cookies, The Odd, Nexus, all that stuff. Davey's going to take care of you, so stand by, all right?
Thank you very much.
All right, Paul, thank you. Remember that question, though. Anna Jarvis, the mother of Mother's Day.
Thank you, Anna.
All right, tell me about this fire yesterday at Ridgewood.
So Ridgewood Market is right across from Calvary Cemetery. It is in South Utica. And it's a nice little plaza there. Actually, I used to go to Ridgewood Market all the time as a kid, ride the bike up there and get some snacks and stuff. But there was a fire there, and due to the fact that it is a terrible dead zone cell phone service black hole, they were not able to call 911 in a timely fashion.
Yeah,
so
that's a real
the
problem.
damage was done, and Schumer is at fault, according to our next caller.
Andy Weimer is the owner of the Ridgewood Food Market, and you say that Schumer made a promise this was going to be corrected, and nothing has been done. Good morning, Andy.
Good morning, Bill. Last year, Senator Schumer came to the plaza, and he told us that he was getting after Verizon to have the problem corrected. And so here we are a year later, and there's still no cell service. And we're kind of puzzled as to why that is, because it shouldn't be we're not asking for a major project here. We're asking for cell service in the Ridgewood area.
So you guys weren't even able to call 911.
So when we discovered the fire, it was out back, and everybody, all the store owners grabbed their fire extinguishers, and we unloaded those, but that wasn't enough. So by that time, people had kind of called the fire department, and either calls got dropped or they never got through. So that got delayed.
So it's along in that spot where it is a dead zone. The cell service just goes to nothing.
It's awful.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not just people driving through Oneida Street there, but I mean the real ones in jeopardy are the residents there and the businesses. You get some elderly or disabled person there that has an emergency. They can't get through. It's really a life-threatening situation.
How bad was the fire? What kind of damage did you guys deal with here, or you're dealing with?
Well, we don't know exactly how bad everybody's been affected, but there was significant smoke damage in the stores. The hair salon got probably the most fire and water damage, and we just got to see how long it's going to be able to get up and running again.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear you guys went through that. We will reach out to Schumer's office and find out what can be done. But this is and to be fair, I don't know if he was trying to put pressure on Verizon to fix this, because I don't know how he's going to. If he says this is going to be corrected, I don't know how he can make that happen.
Well, no pun intended. It seems like maybe he was just trying to blow smoke.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. He's making a promise that I don't know that he can. He may say we're going to continue to put pressure on Verizon, but to make a promise that we're going to get you cell service, well, it's a year later and you still don't have it. And none of those residents have it. And this is at a time when most people no longer have landlines. So, okay, interesting, Andy. I'm sorry that you guys have gone through that. We'll have an update for you soon, next week.
Very good. Thanks, Bill.
All right, Andy. Thank you so much. I love those. That's the Ridgewood Food Market. There's the
Maria's
Pasta over
shop.
there as well. There's a hair salon. There's a bunch of
Pizzoli
businesses over
bakery
there.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, those are nice places because they're your little hometown markets and that sort of thing. Those are great spots to take advantage of. But what's going on? Let's see. Davey, you have reporting here this morning that one of the things, and maybe we can talk a little bit about County Executive Pacini and his State of the County yesterday. One of the things is there's a new name coming to the Griffiths Business Park.
Yeah, it's going to be called the Griffiths Business and Technology Park at the Stephen J. DeMille campus.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think that's well-deserved.
And apropos. Yep.
Yeah, well-deserved. What else came out of that yesterday?
3 major highlights for the county executive. Crime and youth violence is an initiative that he's really going to try to tackle.
It's been an enormous problem for us here.
Mental health and homelessness.
A big problem for us here.
And Fort Stanwix.
Okay.
Now, even though that's a national monument, there are things that Pacini believes can be done around that area to drive traffic to it and get more people to go and really recognize the historic value that Fort Stanwix has to offer.
Yeah, and that does need a little upgrade, right?
More information at WIBX950.com.
Okay. Listen, coming up next hour, we may have a solution for you. There's a new app out there that takes all of your streaming services and puts it into one app on your TV, and voila, you're running everything. We'll get to all of that coming up next hour at WIBX.
Hi, this is Rob Hilton of Hilton Estate and Elder Law with important information that you should know about planning for nursing home care.
Well, the best way, of course, is to plan ahead. The key is to make sure that you make decisions far ahead of the time that you need a nursing home. Getting the basic pieces in place, including power of attorney, healthcare proxy, will, trust, all those things, and working closely with your family to make sure you're organized and ready to go in case the worst happens. You should also know there are strategies you can employ, even if you currently have a loved one in a nursing home. When there's a crisis and someone's entered a nursing home, there are things we can do to act very quickly to protect some of the assets. It really does require that an elder law attorney be involved because the techniques that are used are very technical in nature.
To find out more about strategies to protect your loved ones through proper estate planning, contact us at Hilton Estate and Elder Law. Call for more information and to schedule an in-person meeting to answer your questions.
Hilton, you know the name, they know the law. Hilton Estate and Elder Law.
Tomorrow, the Rome Capitol Theater presents CNY On Stage Live. Join host Sydney Irving and her band, The Mojo. American Idol contestant Ethan Harris. Plus, comedians, dance groups, Magic Bill, and more. CNY On Stage Live tomorrow, 7 p.m. at the Rome Capitol Theater.
Part of the Capitol Arts Complex Local Arts and Music Showcase during the month of May.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome, W295EI, WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
Bibi and Biden. I'm Chris Foster. Fox News. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu dismisses President Biden's warning that some weapons shipments could stop over concerns about civilian safety if Israel's military launches a large-scale invasion of the city of Rafah in southern Gaza.
We are determined and we are united in order to defeat our enemies and those who want to destroy us. If we need to stand alone, we will stand alone.
Prime Minister Netanyahu translated there in a video message for Israel's Independence Day coming up. Former Trump attorney Michael Cohen's expected to testify Monday at the Trump criminal hush money trial in New York. Witnesses yesterday included former White House aide Madeleine Westerhout.
She testified about setting up an Oval Office meeting between Trump and Michael Cohen, where she says a payment to Stormy Daniels was discussed. She also testified that she thinks the former president has been treated unfairly. Now, Stormy Daniels concluded her testimony. So while on the stand, she said she never directly asked Trump for money, but she says she did ask publications for money to sell her story and, quote, get the truth out.
Fox's Brooks Simon Daniels says in the end, she took the deal to keep quiet for her own safety. The judge denied defense motions for a mistrial and to amend the gag order in the case. Beating a midnight deadline tonight, the Senate votes to reauthorize the Federal Aviation Administration.
With the law governing the agency about to expire, senators also approved a one-week extension to give the House time for passage. Majority Leader Chuck Schumer.
And so make sure that the FAA will be in continuous service and there will be no gap.
The $105 billion bill, designed to improve safety and customer service for air travelers, passed on a strong 88-4 bipartisan vote. Carmen Roberts, Fox News.
In Virginia, the school board in Shenandoah County votes to rename 2 schools after Confederate military officers reversing name changes made 4 years ago. America's listening to Fox News.
Pure Talk, my sponsor and my wireless company, of now providing international roaming to over 50 countries. Now, as you plan your summer travel, make sure that your wireless company covers you at home and abroad. Now, you can get unlimited talk and text, plenty of 5G data for just $20 a month. That's less than half the price of Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile for the exact same service. Dial pound 250, say the keyword save now. Do it now. You save an additional 50% off your first month. Make the switch to Pure Talk so you can afford to travel this summer. You know, since 9/11, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation has been committed to supporting our nation's first responders and veterans. They support America's heroes like U.S. Army Major Jonathan Turnbull. Now, Major Turnbull sustained devastating injuries at the hands of an ISIS suicide bomber. Tunnel to Towers gave him a specially adapted smart home designed for his needs. Join Tunnel to Towers. They're hoping all of us will donate $11 a month so this great work continues. Their website, the letter T, the number 2, the letter T.org.
Police in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and Philadelphia moved this morning to disperse pro-Palestinian protesters at MIT and UPenn. Police in Tucson took down an encampment at the University of Arizona last night. A Maine man is sentenced for a New Year's Eve 2022 machete attack on New York City police officers in Times Square.
Trevor Bickford was sentenced to 27 years behind bars for the attack on 3 officers. Judge P. Kevin Castell said Bickford told mental health professionals weeks prior to the attack that he had planned to do it, indicating it could have been prevented. NYPD officers were in the courtroom as the sentence was handed down. The officers Bickford attacked spoke in court, saying they continue to have physical and emotional issues. Bickford also spoke, apologizing and blaming mental illness for his actions. As part of his sentence, Bickford will have his internet usage and other actions monitored after he's released. In New York City, Gernal Scott, Fox News.
There's a lawsuit filed over a new state law in Iowa that allows police to arrest and deport migrants in the country illegally.
Immigrant rights groups, along with the ACLU, call Iowa's new law unconstitutional. That would let state law enforcement arrest and deport illegal immigrants who've previously broken U.S. immigration laws and re-enter the state after being deported or denied entry to the country. The Biden administration is also expected to sue the state as it sued Texas to block a similar law that's currently on hold in an appeals process. Iowa's Republican Attorney General Brenna Bird has said if President Biden refuses to stop the border invasion, then Iowa will do the job for him. Jeff Manasso, Fox News.
Stock futures are higher ahead of the opening bell on Wall Street, and the new inductees to the Video Game Hall of Fame. Asteroids missed Resident Evil, SimCity, and Ultima. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News.
Good morning, WIBX 950 News Time 8:05. I'm Andrew Derminio. This update brought to you by John's Mobile Home Parts and Accessories in Oriskany Falls. For all your mobile home needs, it's worth a trip. Go to johnsmobilehomeparts.com for more information. The fire chief of Clark Mills faces charges of criminal contempt. Gary Spavin was taken into custody by the Oneida County Sheriff's Office late Tuesday night. Records show Spavin spent the night at the Oneida County Jail for allegedly violating a court order of protection in connection to a domestic incident. There are very few details at this time, but the arrest has been confirmed. After nearly 3 days of deliberations, the jury in the murder trial of Jesse Outlay has handed down its verdict. Yesterday, the panel convicted the 27-year-old Outlay of opening fire towards a vehicle with 11-month-old Dior Harris inside back in April 2021, killing the child. The drive-by shooting happened on Grant Avenue in Syracuse and left 2 other young victims injured. Outlay is now facing 25 years to life in prison. New Hartford police arrested 7 people and issued 39 vehicle and traffic law tickets following a high-visibility enforcement initiative in commercial areas. Among those arrested were 39-year-old Stephen White, Ariana Panuccio-Baus, and 24-year-old Shania Elliott, all of Utica, for felony grand larceny. Police also arrested 34-year-old Alfredo Capachetta and 47-year-old Crystal Muldoon, both of Utica, on felony drug charges. 2 people were arrested for petty larceny charges. Of the 39 vehicle and traffic law tickets issued, the majority for using a cell phone or some other electronic device while driving. 2 people were airlifted to SUNY Upstate following a motorcycle crash in Rome. Police responded to the incident at the Rome-Westernville and Potter Road intersection Wednesday night, a motorcycle being ridden by a man and a woman driving south on Rome-Westernville. They were driving when a car failed to yield right of way to them when they were turning left onto Potter Road. The motorcycle collided with the vehicle and both riders sustained several severe leg injuries. Their wounds were non-life-threatening. The car driver was found to be at fault and was ticketed. And a Herkimer man is being held on no bail for drug charges. According to authorities, Herkimer police received complaints of drug activity at a property on William Street. When police went to search the home, a man was seen leaving the property. Police detained 40-year-old Chad Wellington, and it was found to be in possession of crack cocaine. A search of his home turned up packaging material and scales. Wellington was charged with felony criminal possession of a controlled substance with intent to sell and was held at Herkimer County Correctional Facility on no bail due to having 4 previous felony convictions, 3 of which were drug-related. It is 8:08. Your weather forecast is brought to you by Adirondack Home Furniture.
Here's the latest from the WIBX Weather Center. I'm Mike Johnson. Light rain early today, then cloudy, with some showers in the afternoon at a high of 57. Tonight, showers this evening and 46 the low. Tomorrow, cloudy and overcast, not a washout, 62 degrees the high. And Sunday, 59 with showers earlier in the day and then overcast later on. That's the latest. I'm Mike Johnson from the WIBX Weather Center of WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM.
Right now, we're at 50 degrees under cloudy skies. It is 8:09. Sports brought to you by IBEW NECA 43 local contractors. Well, the New York Yankees can't win them all, and they fell to the Houston Astros for the first time this season. They had won 5 of the last 6 now. They were unable to sweep them after falling 4-3 in the finale at Yankee Stadium. Marcus Stroman suffered his second loss of the season. Anthony Volpe and Aaron Judge each went deep for the Bronx Bombers. New York is now second in the AL East at 25-14. They're battling it out with Baltimore for that top spot. They'll visit the Tampa Bay Rays for a 3-game series that begins tonight at Tropicana Field. Meanwhile, the Mets return to Citi Field for a 5-game homestand that begins tonight. New York will be looking to extend the winning streak to 3 games when it hosts the Atlanta Braves in Queens. Left-hander Jose Quintana is expected to get the start for the Mets. New York is tied for 3rd in the NL East at an even 500, 18-18. The Rangers remained red hot after topping the Carolina Hurricanes 3-2 in overtime of Game 3 at PNC Arena. Chris Kreider and Alex Lafreniere each scored during regulation. New York is now leading the best-of-7 second-round series 3-0 and will look to punch its ticket to the Eastern Conference Finals when they visit the Canes for Game 4 tomorrow night. And an interesting story out of the NFL, a couple of former LSU teammates were looking to one-up each other in the upcoming NFL season. Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels and Giants wide receiver Malik Neighbors appear to have a $10,000 wager between the two of them. Both players believe they will finish as the top offensive rookie in 2024. However, the bet is unlikely to actually happen due to the league's gambling policy. According to ESPN, rookies will be educated on the gambling policy during their minicamp, which begins this week. The 2022 gambling policy stated that gambling includes, quote, private wagers between teammates, family, and friends or others, but was not included in the revised 2023 policy. It is 8:11, and I want to let you know that the House of the Good Shepherd is looking for foster families to help them assist children in need. And you can make a difference in a child's life, and it is truly rewarding. Last year, the House of the Good Shepherd's foster care program helped 630 children, but the need for new foster care homes continues to grow daily. Foster parents can be single-parent families, blended families, same-sex partners, empty nesters, or those who may not be able to have biological children of their own. Basically, anyone who can provide support, guidance, and a caring environment for children who have been through trauma can be a foster care family. Foster parents only need to be 21 years of age or older to complete the process of an application, participation in an orientation, completing the house's free 10-week training by meeting one-on-one, in-home or in a group setting, pass a database check and criminal background check as well, and be an active participant in the certification approval process. And you will get the support you need from the awesome staff at the House of the Good Shepherd, with professional staff on call 24/7, individual, family, and group counseling, coverage for children's medical expenses, and more. So if you're looking for more information, you can go to WIBX950.com or uticafostercare.com. That's uticafostercare.com. Make a difference in a child's life today.
Okay, coming up, can you imagine if you have all these streaming services, we might have found a product where there is one app that does everything.
Game
Puts
changer.
all of your streaming services, all your TV stuff in one app. And it just makes it that much easier to deal with. We have a guy that has created that app, and it is taking the country, maybe the world, by storm. We'll get to all of that coming right up at WIBX.
Ready to hit the road with confidence this summer? Look no further than Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, your one-stop shop for top-quality tires at unbeatable prices. At Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, we believe that safety and savings go hand in hand. That's why we offer the best prices up front on top brands, including Summit, Nokia, Bridgestone, and more. With Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, you'll drive away with peace of mind and money in your pocket. Locations in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, and online at tallmanstire.com.
Spring into summer with massive savings from Liverpool Pool and Spa, your headquarters for summer fun. Now through Memorial Day, save up to 75% on all backyard essentials while supplies last. Shop patio furniture, pool chemicals, pool toys, floats, and games. Now through the end of May, 25-pound buckets of 3-inch chlorine tabs, regular $179, now only $99. Lowest price in Central New York. Stop by our East Dominic Street location in Rome today. And remember, don't just dream it, live it.
On behalf of IBEW Local 43 Union Electricians and the NECA Contractors, we are pleased to partner with Syracuse University in providing our members with an opportunity to enhance their education at this great university.
Syracuse University's partnership with the IBEW will provide talented students the opportunity to advance their careers while shaping the future of the electrical trades and the industries they serve.
Central New York's future is bright, and the IBEW Local 43 and NECA will continue to help light, power, and grow Central New York.
Thinking of a purple mattress this Memorial Day? Mattress Express has the largest selection and save up to $800 on select purple sets. Take up to 60 months to pay with no money down for qualified buyers on $1,500 or higher purchases.
We used to argue about whose turn it was to clean the gutters, but then I had Leaf Filter gutter protection installed.
Wait, I told you Leaf Filter had free inspections and estimates and a lifetime guarantee.
Meaning we never have to argue about whose turn it is to clean the gutters again.
But I visited leaffilter.com/triumph first.
No, I did.
It doesn't matter who. Visit leaffilter.com/triumph to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off today.
See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
Ready to hit the road with confidence this summer? Look no further than Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, your one-stop shop for top-quality tires at unbeatable prices. At Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, we believe that safety and savings go hand in hand. That's why we offer the best prices up front on top brands, including Summit, Nokia, Bridgestone, and more. With Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, you'll drive away with peace of mind and money in your pocket. Locations in Utica, Yorkville, Rome, and Herkimer, and online at tallmanstire.com.
Utica's first cannabis dispensary is local, licensed, and now open to all. Exit 31 Exotic is your home for edibles, flower, vapes, and all your cannabis needs. Visit Exit 31 Exotic at 255 Genesee Street or online at uticacannabisco.com.
For use only by adults 21 years of age or older. Keep out of reach of children and pets. In case of accidental ingestion or overconsumption, contact the National Poison Control Center hotline 1-800-222-1222 or call 911. Please consume responsibly. License number OCMCAURD 2400076.
Do you have things on your to-do list? Well, rent Bobcat equipment from Warner Sales and Service to help get those jobs done. From heavy work right down to the fussy stuff, Bobcat loaders, excavators, and a wide variety of attachments will handle all the tough jobs like lifting, digging, pushing, and carrying. Tough jobs demand tough equipment, so when you have a tough job, rent a Bobcat machine. Stop by your Central New York authorized Bobcat dealer, Warner Sales and Service, just off Route 365 between Rome and Verona.
Think identity theft won't happen to you? Think again. There's a new victim every 3 seconds in the U.S., over 15 million this year alone, and many don't even know they're victims. LifeLock alerts you to identity threats you could miss even when you monitor your credit. If your identity's stolen, a dedicated U.S.-based restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft, but everyone can save up to 25% their first year with my name, Clay, as the promo code at LifeLock.com.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
If you get a chance this weekend to check out Sold in upstate New York, please do so. It is, to my knowledge, the area's only real estate TV program. And to be honest with you, I kind of like the show.
It is
I think
awesome.
I think it's really well done. If I don't say so myself, Bill and Robin performed tremendously on this program, making it fun, interesting, and unbelievably informative when it comes to the real estate world. It's called Sold in upstate New York, and you can check it out every Sunday at 8 a.m. and 11:30 p.m. on Fox. And then there's a pre-run that happens 2 p.m. every Saturday on WPNY. Check it out.
I have a few comments quickly before our next guest.
Okay.
Lance and Lee, how about this? Opportunity missed. Bill, I missed you at the Button Sean fundraiser in Rome last night. I was looking forward to meeting you.
I don't do fundraisers.
Yeah. John in New Hartford. I have been at Maria's Pasta Shop on numerous occasions, and there is a landline right at the checkout counter. Why couldn't that be used to call 911?
That's a good question.
John in New Hartford. Dick in Deerfield, resending in
I
case
would wonder
it
why there wouldn't be a landline, unless the landline is
internet-based or web-based?
Internet-based,
cell
and
phone-based?
if the power went out, then that would have shut down.
The point is they need cell phone service there
They do
because
need
guess
cell
what? A
phone
lot of those residential people that live in that neighborhood, if their house is being broken into and they don't have a landline, how are they going to call the police?
Okay.
John. And Dick in Deerfield, resending in case it didn't go through. The Gaza story provides good... I think we covered this. Gaza story provides good examples of news reporting perspectives. Many outlets call the student protests pro-Palestinian. Fox uses the term anti-Israel. CNN headline this week, Biden condemns anti-Semitism. Fox headline, Biden struggles to address anti-Semitism. Where you get your news matters, and I think we talked about that the other day.
I think you got to really look and be you really have to look at different sources and try to get sources that you can trust. The problem is we go with what we want to hear. We go with what we want to believe. If you love Trump, you're going to be watching stuff that you want to see. If you hate Trump, you're going to be watching CNN. The fact, though, is we should all challenge ourselves to try to look at all different angles and then form a conclusion based on that.
Exactly.
That's what I try to do. It's a lot of work, though. It's tough today. Imagine if you could put all that into one app, though. Gatsby Frimpong is the co-founder of the Gatsby TV tech startup and app, and is on the line right now. Gatsby, good morning.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Well, it all depends on what you're going to tell us. Okay.
Sounds good.
Because we're all frustrated here. What makes you different than what Apple TV Plus tries to do, where they say we put everything into one section and you can watch everything through Apple TV? How is your app different?
Yeah, no problem. So as I was getting ready, I was listening to what y'all were saying, and essentially you're talking about having multiple sources so that you can trust the information you're getting. And I think in the internet, it's actually the same sort of way. So whether you're talking about news media, you're talking about search, I think what people don't understand is that with news media, they understand that there's some biases. But when it comes to search, people don't understand that whether it be Apple, Google, whoever it may be, these tech companies have biases too. So when you're searching on Apple TV, the thing that they're ultimately trying to get you to do at all times is buy something from iTunes or Apple TV Plus, whereas we don't have that incentive. So we actually show you everything that's available on every single channel, whether it be Amazon, Apple, Hulu, Netflix, etc. And so that's one of the things that really differentiates us.
Very interesting. How much is your app? Is there a subscription, all of that? How does this work?
No, it's a free app available on Android or iOS. So all you have to simply do is go to either the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store, type in Gatsby or Gatsby TV, and we'll be the first app that shows up. You download us, and there's a little bit of registration process, and then we'll get you online and seeing where you can watch any TV show or movie for free via subscription or where you can buy it. And again, the key feature actually of our app is, other than the search, the ability to share these TV shows or movies with friends and family members, so that whenever you're bored, you can see what maybe your cousin or your loved one is watching.
Can I stop you right there? I do not want to see what my cousin is watching. No.
Is that feature, can that be shut off or blocked?
Yes, please.
That's what we want.
Listen, is everything subscription? No, okay, I'm trying to get through this because I'm intrigued by what you have. So it's on your phone. It operates through your cell phone.
Yeah, yes, sir. And then we're coming out with the Apple TV app next fall.
Okay, I would be interested in that because I have Apple TV. And then you have Roku and all these other. The problem is there's so much out there.
Right.
Okay, so if I'm operating from my phone, are you saying I'm searching from my phone?
Yeah, so you can search via your phone, and then essentially what will happen is that you can see where the TV shows are available for free subscription or where you can buy it. And then you can simply, if you want, actually start playing the show on your phone, and then almost every single app, whether it be Netflix, Paramount Plus, etc., allows you to actually stream from your phone to your smart TV.
Okay.
So you can go ahead and push it to your TV.
Okay. So my phone, though, if somebody calls, it's going to disrupt the program.
No, because once you start watching a TV program, what essentially happens is that it pushes the data, or at least like the show, from your cell phone to the TV. So then the cell phone actually stops being a part of the process. It becomes more a part of the TV process. So
just
you
like
can use
magic.
Your cell phone. Yeah, completely fine.
All right, that's so you actually could, if you can pause a program, you could pause that through your Apple TV or whatever you use.
Yeah. So basically, once you find a show, you start playing it. And again, you have to actually have the underlying subscriptions to all these things. It'll essentially just act as if the show is playing on TV, which it is. And then, your phone is no longer in the mix. But it's essentially, the reason why it's an app on your cell phone is because the way most people more easily find things is by using their thumbs rather than using the remote and going like B, C. It's kind of a hassle. So that's why we put the search experience on the phone rather than on TV.
So it's coming up here as Gatsby TV Guide. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's it.
That's you.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just seeing how quickly it is to grab it. Boom, boom. Okay, so I'm downloading it right now. How do you make your money?
Yeah, so as of right now, basically it's a free app, so there's no money being generated. It's a question that investors ask us often. Basically, what we plan on having in the future is an ad model, but as of today, it's a completely free app, burning holes in my pockets on a daily basis. So,
Okay, all right.
So get out and support them.
So you can, so on here you can search, track, and share TV programs. Now, do I have to go in and put passwords in on every streaming service that I subscribe to?
Yeah, so essentially the way it works is that if you're already logged in on your phone on some of these streaming services, then as soon as you click on a show and you want to go to it, so let's say it's Bridgerton, it'll just open it up for you. So that's essentially how the app works. But you don't actually need to have all the streaming services on your cell phone. The way most people use the app is they go into it, they search for a show, and they say, okay, it's X on Rotten Tomatoes, and oh yeah, I can find it on Hulu, and then they put the phone down, and then they just go to the Hulu app, and then they go ahead and they start the show.
Oh, okay. All right. So basically, this is kind of a TV guide.
Yeah, essentially, the thing that we're thinking is that when it comes to search of TV shows and movies, it's amazing. There's only over 500,000 TV shows and movies, and for whatever reason, we found that people tend to spend about 30 minutes even looking for something to watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what we said is, okay, we need to fix the discovery process, and that's where we came up with this idea of, well, wouldn't it be cool if you're having lunch with a friend or whoever it may be, and they could simply send you a recommendation in the app. So the next time you're looking for something, you can either search for it, or you can say, oh yeah, what was that movie or TV show my friend was telling me about? And then you can see in the app the recommendation they sent you, and you can go ahead and start looking at all of the various data associated with it, where to watch it, Rotten Tomatoes information, etc.
So GAT is in Tom, SBY, Gatsby, the great Gatsby TV guide, and you search for that on Google Play or in the App Store. Download it. It is free. I'm going to try it this weekend, see what happens, see how it guides me and all of that. But I got to tell you, when you add this to app to the Apple TV, that's going to be a game changer, at least for me, I think.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Can't wait. I'll make sure to let you know.
All right. Where'd you go to school? Where'd you learn how to do all this stuff? What's your deal?
Yeah, no problem at all. So I currently go to Stanford. I'm an engineering student, design engineering, and as you can see when you go into the app, there's a lot of thoughtful design put into it. And basically here we talk about rapid prototyping. I'd say that we've kind of got the moniker as Entrepreneur U. So this is part of what I do on a daily basis while I go to school here.
All right. Do you have any questions? Oh, you're still in school.
Yeah, I'm still in school.
All right.
So eventually this
he's
will be
Stanford, so he's a smarty.
He's a smarty.
He knows what
I
he's
guess
doing.
is there going to be a possibility here?
Of course there is. What he's going to do is he's going to suck us all in
and then sell the app,
and then there'll be ads on there. So that is, I think you got a lot of chance to make some money here.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Or make it great and sell it.
Yeah, the ads model is a tried and true one, but essentially what we're trying to do is solve people's problems first, which is helping them find things to watch, and then we'll figure out the monetization as we go.
Yeah. How many people do you have? So you're a college student right now, so it's not like you need you really need a full-time income at this point.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
So this is something that is really a passion project for me, but a passion project turning into my life.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot of, I'm sure Mark Zuckerberg was like, hey, this is just a cool passion project of mine.
Well, let me tell you, you could see one of these services just going in and trying to buy this. One of these big companies coming. I mean, he could make a ton of dough off this. All right, Gatsby, really good stuff. Where are you from?
I'm from Washington, D.C. originally, so the West Coast is a little different for me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, absolutely love Washington, D.C. It's a great city, but it doesn't quite have the entrepreneurial spirit that California has, at least Northern California.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I moved out here.
Okay, all right. Again, people would search GATSBY, Gatsby Guide, TV Guide. And Davey, you've already done it, right? Is that what you're saying to me?
Yeah.
Or does somebody have a...
Mike has a question for
you. Can you hold on? I got a guy with a question here.
Yeah,
I'm going to try to lock you in and bring in Mike. Mike, go ahead. You're on with Gatsby
How you doing?
Frimpong.
Yes, I was playing around with the app this morning. It's kind of neat. I do have a question. When you
what kind of movie, and it says obviously this thing you can buy, rent, and then it says sub. Now it looks like those are streaming. What does sub stand for? SUB. What does that mean?
Yeah, no problem. So every time you go into a TV show or movie, it'll tell you everywhere you can watch it either for free, via sub, which is subscription. So this is something.
Okay, sub is subscription.
Yeah, or
Gotcha.
where you can buy it.
That's good.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. And if
all
it's in movie theaters, we actually can tell you that too.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Okay.
And one last question too. Now I did see like a lot of things that shows what apps are available. The only app I didn't see in there, and it's probably this, but the Yes Network. Now, is there something where you can actually give feedback, or are you going to add a way to search? Like
the Yes Network is the Yankees network.
Yeah, the new. Oh, yeah. Understood. Yeah, I'll definitely look into the Yes Network. That's definitely a regional one, so I'll definitely take a look. We've got over 200 networks in there. You'd be shocked how many different streaming video on demand platforms there are.
Okay.
But yes, we can go ahead and add that. And if you want to give us any sort of feedback, you can email me at gatsby@gatsby.tv.
Okay.
Within the app, buried in the settings, there's actually a feedback button.
Okay.
I like that. We buried the feedback.
Okay, Mike. Thank you, Mike. Good questions. And then I wanted to ask you. I mean, let's be honest. We're all able to get the free version through Google Play and the App Store, but I know you have the deluxe version on your phone, and it allows you to get everything for free and not have to pay for it. So, are you going to share that with everybody, or that's off limits?
No, that one's off limits.
Okay.
There's a lot of stream video on demand services, and I'm always getting these random charges popping up on my credit card. It's quite expensive for me, just like everyone else.
Yep, it is. Okay, good stuff, Gatsby, and let's see where this goes. I'm really excited for you. I'm going to try it this weekend.
Awesome. Thank you. Really appreciate it.
All right, you have a great day and a great weekend. Thank you. That is Gatsby Frimpong, and again, the search for Gatsby TV Guide. Listen, I'm on. Now, I didn't realize, but it is true. Apple may may show you some things, but not everything. Amazon will do the same thing. They're showing you, and there's probably some algorithm. Who knows? Maybe there's some political inspiration behind it. I don't know. Anyway, but this will show you everything. That's interesting. Number two. My Apple TV, so if I say it is learned or I said I'm a Mets fan. So I sign up and put this as one of my favorites. Before every Mets game, I get a notification on my phone saying the Mets are coming up in 15 minutes.
Oh, nice.
And you can go to this channel to watch it. I could actually watch it right on my phone. That's pretty cool.
That is.
And you can do it with any program, any program. And for instance, as the Mets game goes along, let's say you're yawning again in the middle of me saying something.
I'm still
Is
listening.
it that bad? Have you had coffee?
I have.
You had the chocolate that Megan gave you that's supposedly spiked with all sorts of...
It has nothing to do with the story. It's very interesting.
You have a yawning crisis going on today.
I don't know what it is.
I mean, if people on YouTube, you saw it. You could see him right in... At least you covered your mouth. There's a little politeness. So the only other thing I'm going to say, the other part that's
I heard everything.
That I love with
the
Apple TV, the other part that I really like about it is it gives me a pitch by pitch update that comes up at the top of my phone. I can keep it up there or get rid of it, and it comes through Apple TV.
Wow!
And it's pitch by pitch. So if I'm unable to actually watch the game, or I'm at something that my wife doesn't want me to be watching the game, I can always glance down at my phone, and I know when the Mets score, when the batter strikes out, when they pull a pitcher. It's really, really cool.
So if Alonso's up at bat, you can see the pitch, the strikes and everything that.
Swing and a miss.
Oh, okay.
And it'll even say Alonso strikes swinging at an outside on the outside pitch on the outside corner.
Wow.
Wait a minute. A 98 mile per hour sinker that just touched the outside corner. He swings and misses. So I mean, you're getting pitch-by-pitch updates.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Does it do like a symbol when he, like, say he doubles out to center field, and does it tell you 2 runs scored, or?
It'll tell you how many runs
that's awesome.
scored, and it scratches your back if you have an itch. That's important. That is important. Sometimes you can't reach back there.
Will it shake you to wake you up?
It will. Will it stop Andrew from yawning? Will it smack him in the face every time he yawns? I don't know. Herkimer County is where it's at. It's unfolding in Herkimer County. I want to tell you things that are going on right now. Today, explore Herkimer Diamond Mines. In fact, today, Herkimer Diamond Mines goes to Europe. And I'll be a part of this afternoon. They will be on. There's actually it's a QVC or HSN, Home Shopping Network, for London and parts of Europe, England and all that, UK. And it only focuses on jewelry. So that'll be today. Worldwide exposure for Herkimer County and the Mohawk Valley through Herkimer Diamonds today. You can enjoy Herkimer cheese, take a boat tour along the historic Erie Canal. A food truck season is getting underway. Paddle Fest 2024 is just around the corner. That happens in Old Forge, May 17th through the 19th, next week. Mountain Man Outdoor Sports Supply Company's premier paddling event, rain or shine, it happens next week. Amazing hiking, fishing, shopping, dining, and more, all in Herkimer County. World's largest yard sale, Saturday, June 8th, beginning at 8 a.m. at the Herkimer County Fairgrounds. Farmers market season gets underway in Herkimer County. Dolgeville, Frankfort, Herkimer, Little Falls, Old Forge, Richfield Springs, all over the Herkimer County region. And Rock Valley Brewery in Little Falls hosts the Rock Valley Music Fest 2024. And that will happen coming up on, I don't see a date here. I guess I don't see the date.
I'll find out.
But it's happening. The only thing, everything is here except for the date. And it's coming up in Herkimer County. So there is so much to do. And, of course, Herkimer County Fair at the end of the summer.
It looks like May 18th.
Let's not think there. So that is happening next weekend as well. All right, check it all out. It is happening in Herkimer County.
Mountain Man Outdoor Supply Company is excited to announce the return of the 23rd Annual Adirondack Paddle Fest. This highly anticipated event will return to Mountain Man Outdoor Supply Company, Route 28 in Old Forge, May 17th through the 19th. Join us for food, craft beer, music, kids activities, vendors, and more. Shop over 1,000 canoes, kayaks, and SUPs from the leading manufacturers and hundreds of accessories to choose from. Representatives and designers will be on hand to help you choose what is best for your paddling needs. Gear up for all your outdoor adventures with discounts on outdoor gear, footwear, and clothing for the whole family. Shop your favorite brands like Patagonia, Teva, North Face, MSR, and more. Follow Mountain Man Outdoor Supply Company on Facebook and Instagram for updates or for all your local outdoor needs.
Step into the magic of the 2024 Glimmer Glass Festival, where summer comes alive with the finest in opera and musical theater.
The Glimmer Glass Festival is a world-class summer celebration of the arts nestled on the banks of beautiful Otsego Lake, just minutes from Cooperstown, making it an easy day trip from anywhere in the Mohawk Valley.
This year's festival runs from July 22nd through August 20th and invites you to immerse yourself in myth, mystery, and adventure with productions that explore the connection between identity and illusion.
From the timeless hilarity of Gilbert and Sullivan's The Pirates of Penzance to the gripping drama of Pagliacci,
celestial escapades of La Callisto, and intriguing mystery of Elizabeth Cree. Experience the magic firsthand.
The Glimmer Glass Festival, a highlight of your summer experiences in the Cooperstown region. Hiking, kayaking, picnicking, and world-class opera and musical theater. Just a short drive from anywhere in the Mohawk Valley.
Visit glimmerglass.org to purchase tickets and to learn more about this year's festival. Then join us and see for yourself why there's no place quite like Glimmerglass.
Rodney Atkins, June 20th, 7:30 p.m. at the Stanley Theater. Get your tickets now at the Stanley Theater box office or online at thestanley.org.
The Memorial Day deals are at Mattress Express. Take up to 60 months to pay with no money down for anything in the store for qualified buyers. Then save up to $800 on Stern sets, $800 on Purple sets, $500 on Sealy, and $500 on Tempur-Pedic. Only at Mattress Express.
Introducing new checking accounts from Amerique. Whether you want checking that's just as rewarding as your lifestyle or an account that's just as interesting, all Amerique checking accounts feature an instantly issued Visa debit card for immediate buying power. And you get paid a day early with direct deposit. Connect with more than a checking account at Amerique. Open an account today at amerique.org. Membership eligibility is required, insured by NCUA.
Tomorrow, the Rome Capitol Theater presents CNY On Stage Live. Join host Sydney Irving and her band, The Mojo. American Idol contestant Ethan Harris. Plus, comedians, dance groups, Magic Bill, and more. CNY On Stage Live tomorrow, 7 p.m. at the Rome Capitol Theater.
Part of the Capitol Arts Complex Local Arts and Music Showcase during the month of May.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies candidates with the right skills, sends you great matches, then you can easily invite them to apply. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See for yourself. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free to try ZipRecruiter for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
This is actual footage of Bill Keeler doing a radio show on WIBX. Sadly, his career was found in a heavily wooded area. If you know the person or persons who ended the radio career of Bill Keeler, please tell them thanks on behalf of the people of Central New York.
WIBX. This is Keeler. WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM. Now back to the Keeler Show.
Andrew, you don't understand. I'm on a warpath today. I'm on the warpath. If there was
Somebody messed you
up. No, they're messing with my kids. So
bad.
Let me just
decision.
say, we had I love. Can I tell this story coming up in a second? We have Nick Neonakis on first. Why don't I take him first?
Yeah, then we'll get into it.
Although, believe me, he'd love to hear this story. I'm telling you. I am really, really
livid
on a warpath. Or maybe it is the warpath, not just a warpath. Explain what this is. This is the people are being. You're almost guilted into tipping more today than ever before.
And everything else costs more, so why wouldn't the tip cost more? Well, sometimes you don't have enough.
Here's the thing that bothers me. The meal that used to cost you $100 now costs you $160. If you pay 20%, which I do, you're already paying more, right? That's how percentages work. And, well, it costs me more to live. Well, that's fine. And that's why I don't give 10% or 15%, I give 20%.
Yeah.
And that's
What's the balance, right, of giving a fair tip and
I'm going to tell you whether
saving your own
if you're getting
wallet.
Food delivered to your place or you're at a restaurant or whatever, everything is costing more. And there's a thing called, believe it or not, Nick, it's tipflation. It's true.
It is definitely true. It is definitely out there. If you remember the movie Better Off Dead from back in the 80s, remember the kid on the bike, the paper boy, I want my $2? That's what's happening every time you go to a Starbucks now.
Wow.
Yeah, and let me tell you something. We've seen stories all over where a Grubhub, which, by the way, they can never get my order right, ever. Grubhub delivers.
Or DoorDash.
Or DoorDash.
It would have cost us yesterday.
And they look at you like, that's all you're going to tip me?
Yeah, well, how about this? We were going to DoorDash last night. I went and picked it up. It would have cost us $15 more to have it delivered.
So, Nick, we have this does seem to be getting a bit out of control.
You know, it is, and there's an axis of evil that's at work that's trying to separate Americans from that $1 or $2 or $60 when you get there. And there really are 3 different groups that are working together to do this. It can be very hard to change it. You want to hear how it started?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so during the union negotiations with Starbucks pre-pandemic, one of the demands was we want to put the tips on the point of sale, that little screen that gets slid around and your heart drops, right? So Starbucks said, okay. Now, what that did was it took that tip jar off the table. Remember that? It'd say tips on it, and you'd give them a buck if you felt like doing it. Now, all of a sudden, it's expected. Then, during the pandemic, man, we were so happy to be able to get something. Remember, you treated these people behind the counter like they were a returning war hero for showing up to work.
Because because of COVID, we were all just throwing money at them.
Throwing money at them, right? And God bless them. Well, now COVID's over, but the tips are still there. So the point of sale people, that's Toast, Clover, and Square, they get 3 or 4% off of every transaction. Now, a buck or two or more, you start running trillions of dollars through these companies. That's a huge amount of money. Then the employers, under the Fair Labor Standards Act, if an employee is getting a high percentage of their income from tips, they don't have to pay them as much. So the employers have an interest in this. And, of course, the employees want to make a couple of extra bucks as well. But what happens is if you go get, let's just keep picking on Starbucks here, $3.85 cup of coffee. They swing that thing around. It says $1, $2, or $3 tip. Most people hit the 2. In the middle, that's 52%. Have you ever left a 52% tip?
Well, there was this one time I had too much to drink.
He put too many zeros.
That was a good night.
Yeah, right.
It was a good night. Good week. It was a good week. It was a good week. Holy crap. Yeah, you're right. It's and there is a real sales strategy of the 3-tiered package program.
And they always say that too at the drive-thru, like, "Oh, no pressure here. Just it's gonna have you answer a question."
I mean, you don't want the lower one because we're gonna spit in it. So you definitely that middle. You don't have to do the big one. So. All right.
My wife said you shouldn't be talking about this. We're never going to be able to eat out again.
That's right.
But it's true.
It is true.
And the thing that is really driving people crazy is when you get the bill and they add the gratuity to it, and then they put another line saying additional gratuity.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people, just out of habit, they put in 20%.
Yep. I do envy the people who are like sticklers for money, and usually they're the wealthiest people in the country. The wealthiest people in the country will no. I don't figure out that. First of all, you get 15%. I've been paying 15% since I was, back in the 60s. You get 15%, and by the way, I only pay 15% on the actual bill, not on the tax. And they'll figure it out to the penny. I mean, I do envy those people because I'm far more sloppy. I'm like, all right, 20% of the whole thing, 10% times 2, bingo, I'm done. But there are those that will figure it out to the penny, and they don't pay a tip on the tax.
Average American is paying over $450 in tips right now.
Wow.
If you think about a cup of coffee at $3, that's like 120 cups of coffee. That's 150 cups of coffee.
Yep. Interesting. Nick, where can we follow your stuff?
If your readers go to 26786, text me the word franchise, 26786. We'll send them a ton of great information, or they can go to thefranchiseconsultingcompany.com. We have 185 offices in the U.S., 16 countries. We help people buy franchises, and we help companies become a franchisor the right way.
Okay, very, very cool.
Sweet.
What was that number again they should text you?
26786. I'll make you guys a special offer for Utica, New York, near and dear to my heart. I will send anybody who texts to 26786, the word franchise, a copy of my best-selling book, The Franchise MBA. Franchise MBA. Or you can buy it on Amazon for $16.95. But I'll send everybody a free copy, my pleasure, for a happy Mother's Day. Just don't take a loan out to give a tip, for the Mother's Day.
Yeah, that's the deal. So it's 26786 is what you text.
That's it. I'm going to send him a great book.
All right,
Number
cool.
1 on Amazon.
All right,
Awesome.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you, Nick.
Thank you, Bill. All right,
and by the
everybody.
way, why
Have
is
a great
Utica near and dear to your heart? Just because it's such a lovely place?
It is a lovely place. I have a lot of friends who went to Syracuse. I went to Trinity, and I
Cool.
used to go up there all the time and just loved riding my motorcycle up through New York.
Love that. All right,
Beautiful.
Nick, thanks. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, gang.
All right,
Bye
thank
now.
you. All right, bye.
For Fox guests, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he was good. What do you
Sometimes
text?
we get 26786, the word franchise.
Okay, I tried that, and it's not. So 26786, and you just type franchise. I see. Yeah. Boom, and yeah, I'd read his book, especially if it's an audiobook. I love reading audiobooks.
Especially if it's free.
Oh, you want to hear my story? Let me do a couple things, and I'm going to tell you why I'm so warpathy today. Steve Ponte Mazda on the Move to Mazda sales event this morning. I love the CX-90. So I'm in electric mode. In electric mode, you can go fast, but you're going to be fastest when your gas engine kicks in.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm in electric mode. This morning, I'm pulling out onto the highway.
You're just cruising.
I pull out in front of somebody who I didn't realize was going as fast as he was going.
Happens all the time.
So I hit on the CX-90 or the CX-9, and I think it's the same way with all those Mazdas. If you hit it right to the floor, it turns it into, at least on the CX-90, you go to turbo. And it immediately switched from electric to gas, turbo. I went literally, I had to hold on for dear life because it felt like the front end was going to come right off the ground. And we took off.
You do that more than you're leaving.
And the good news is I'm pretty sure the person that was coming from the other way, did not have to hit their brakes. I didn't want to be annoying to that person at 5:50 in the morning. Steve Ponte Mazda, their Move to Mazda sales event is going on right now. You, too, cannot annoy someone when you pull out in front of them. The new 2024 Mazda CX-30 Select Sport model, at your own risk, by the way, for only $275 per month on a 36-month lease. Or you can save with low APR financing, 0%, 1.9%, 2.9%, or 3.9% on select award-winning new 2024 Mazdas. See Steve Ponte Mazda for details. As Rick says, let's make your deal on a new Mazda from the dealership that's achieved first place nationally in customer satisfaction. Steve Ponte Mazda, Commercial Drive in Yorkville. And then the official coffee of this program is Daylight Donuts in New Hartford, now serving the matcha. It's a green tea latte. The matcha latte is all the how do they say it? All the
rage.
What did you call it, Davey? You said the green tea matcha is, what was the slang you used for something being hot?
Hot tamales.
Hot tamales. That's not what you said. Do you remember what he said?
I don't remember that talking about it this week.
Everybody, it wasn't about this. It was about something else.
You're saying everybody. It was just today you said something.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Kim Kardashian.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's hot for it. Everybody's what?
Honking it.
Everybody's going to honk
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Everybody's honking it over the matcha latte at Daylight Donuts. Check it out. And, of course, the drive-thru is lightning fast. You're in, you're out, you're on your way. Breakfast sandwiches, fresh donuts made there daily. The bagels as well are New York style. It's just a great spot. Come in there and set up your laptop, free Wi-Fi. Daylight Donuts in New Hartford. Here's why I'm very, very angry. And I'm on the warpath.
You've been vigorously typing something.
Once happened to me. I gave you something I need printed. This once happened to me with Time Warner, where I had gotten into it with one of the reps, and the rep shut my phone off.
Shut it off.
So I had service through Time Warner, home phone service through Time Warner.
I didn't get it, by the way.
I sent it to you at your Town Square email. Great. Okay. They shut my phone off, and I ended up getting it turned back on, but I lost my phone number. And they said, I'm sorry. And I'm like, this guy got mad at me because we were going back and forth. And and he got mad at me, and he shut my phone off. And are you trying to tell me he didn't do it on purpose? He totally did it on purpose. I'm sorry,
vengeful.
sir. There's nothing. That is retaliation. So here's my deal on this. So we had a situation with and what kills me is people act like it's their money. They act like that you're taking from them personally. This isn't your money. And by the way, my daughter's trying to take out, has to take out a student loan,
right,
to extend because she's now going to be doing some summer classes. So in order to cover that, she's doing a student loan. You would think we're trying to take the money from the
children,
from the rep at the college in the financial aid department. So I probably was. So here's they're saying, I'm sorry, we can't help pay for any rent with a student loan because your daughter has a roommate. And I said, I don't know how much. I'm now realizing I don't know how much I really want to get into this whole thing. I'm right in the middle of it. I'm like, do I really want to get into this? Anyway, there's a guarantor on the lease.
Yeah.
So the guarantor is
not a roommate.
Is not a roommate. So that's the whole situation. So with all of that said, I'm talking to the person. They said, well, it doesn't say that. I mean, I can't tell. It looks like the person's. So I said, are you kidding me? It's clear as day in the lease. You can read it in the lease. I said, who's studying to be a rocket scientist that came up with this decision? This is ridiculous. Sir, this is what he said to me. Sir, if you continue to berate me, this isn't going to end well for you. Now, number one, I'm conferenced in. It's my daughter's account. It's not me.
Oh, boy.
And don't you know that yesterday we got a notice. After they told her everything was good, they declined her. Oh, you said 03? Sorry. They declined her and said, but you can correct this. You have 2 hours to get us a notarized document. And it was sent yesterday at 2 p.m. How in the world would we be able to get that document to them before 4:30? It'd be impossible. To me, it's a clear case of retaliation.
Mm-hmm. Just like your phone.
Because I was rude. Just like they.
And let that be a lesson to you.
It was
Bill.
a funny rude, though. It was kind of a funny rude. It just infuriates me when someone takes that into their own hands. So we'll find out Monday how well I do. Gotta go. We're back here Monday morning. News is coming up on WIBX.
28 years ago, Lori Potasowicz had a dream. With a natural love for pets, she wanted to become an expert groomer. So she set out to become the area's only nationally certified master groomer and launched her business, one paw at a time. With grooming expertise and a lot of loving care, Lori and her talented team began caring for pets one paw at a time. Cuts, shampoos, and styling, one paw at a time. Teeth and nails with no detail overlooked from head to toe, one paw at a time. Getting to know each and every dog and cat by name, the One Paw at a Time family grew, and Lori had a decision to make. Keep expanding? She followed her heart and decided to keep the One Paw family atmosphere just the way it is, so she can keep taking care of the pets she knows and loves, one paw at a time. Lori and her team want to thank the families they serve for putting their trust in them to care for their four-legged family members, one paw at a time. 320 Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro near Woods Road. One Paw appreciates your understanding for their current waiting list for new customers.
Hi, this is Bill Cole from Gates Cole Insurance with exciting news. We are expanding with a couple of new offices in our area. One new location is North Country Estates Insurance in Lowville. They are another independent insurance agency that takes pride in making customers happy and fits our culture at Gates Cole perfectly. Here is William Schaub from the newest Gates Cole agency, North Country Estates Insurance in Lowville.
Working with us as an independent agent with this many companies, we will often call our clients and say, we're going to reduce your premium if you like. We have the companies that do well in New York and specifically this area. The coverages that we provide are commercial and personal insurance. That's the home, the auto, ATV, motorcycle. There's nothing more fun than taking care of a customer and being able to tell them that we're able to save them some money.
Proudly representing Finger Lakes Fire and Casualty Company of Trumansburg, New York. Gates Cole Insurance. We'll take care of you.
From the Stanley Theater Studio, WIBX Utica, Rome, W295EI, WIBX 950 and 92.3 FM, a Town Square media station.
Another star witness. I'm Chris Foster, Fox News, and Fox confirms the plans for Michael Cohen to take the stand Monday. That former President Trump's trial in New York centered on reimbursement payments to Cohen for his payments to former adult film star Stormy Daniels to conceal her story from voters ahead of the 2016 election. The jury has heard from former White House aide Madeleine Westerhout.
She said to the jury yesterday that former President Trump is being treated unfairly. This as Judge Juan Merchan denied 2 motions from the defense, shooting them down yesterday. Of course, the controversy was over Stormy Daniels and her salacious and graphic testimony about sex. Well, Trump's lawyers moved for a mistrial because of that, but Judge Merchan said no. He put the blame on Trump lawyer Todd Blanche for denying the affair in his opening statement, and also said Trump lawyer Susan Nicholas could have objected more as Stormy testified and stopped her.
Fox's Eric Shawn in New York. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says President Biden's threat to withhold weapons over it will not stop a military operation in the city of Rafah. He says that operation is necessary to defeat Hamas terrorists. President Biden says he's concerned about civilian casualties in the city. In Florida, an investigation into the fatal police shooting of active duty Air Force Airman Roger Forstons turned over to the state.
Okaloosa County Sheriff Eric Aiden said,
"We are doing what we can to ensure the facts of this case are fully understood."
That led the sheriff to dispute a detail that deputies burst into the wrong apartment before firing deadly shots at what they said was an armed airman.
The deputy knocked on the correct door. He did not cover the peephole or otherwise obscure its view in any way.
Sheriff Aiden shared body cam footage of the encounter and did not take questions, leaving the matter to state investigators. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
A horse stranded on a roof by flooding in Brazil is rescued about 24 hours after being spotted by a news helicopter. America's listening to Fox News.
Pure Talk, my sponsor and my wireless company, of now providing international roaming to over 50 countries. Now, as you plan your summer travel, make sure that your wireless company covers you at home and abroad. Now, you can get unlimited talk and text, plenty of 5G data for just $20 a month. That's less than half the price of Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile for the exact same service. Dial pound 250, say the keyword save now. Do it now. You save an additional 50% off your first month. Make the switch to Pure Talk so you can afford to travel this summer. All right, who's there for heroes or their families left behind when a service member or a first responder dies or is catastrophically injured in the line of duty? Who helps our country's homeless vets? I'll tell you who. It's the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. Never forget the sacrifices of our country's greatest heroes. They're hoping all of us will donate $11 a month. Just go to their website, the letter T, the number 2, the letter T.org, the letter T, number 2, letter T.org for the Tunnel to Towers Foundation.
Ready to hit the road with confidence this summer? Look no further than Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, your one-stop shop for top-quality tires at unbeatable prices. At Tallman's Tire and Auto Repair, we believe that safety and savings go hand in hand.